Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? This is the Option Select podcast. This is episode number 38. And with me, as always, my friend, Ruben. What's up, Ruben? How are you?
I'm not your partner in crime, bro.
Shut your mouth. And today's guest, one of my longtime friends, good friends, Juan Castro. How are you, Juan?
What's going on?
And of course, guys, I'm Rick. Y'all know me, as always, just keeping it down. First things first, guys, how we start off every episode. How was your week? Let's start off with our guest. Juancho, how to start, brother?
It's been busy, man.
Yeah?
Yes. Well, my job, we're actually switching over phone systems. We're going from regular copper type phones. We're going to voice over IP, and it's just
Oh, that's
a lot of work.
Fun. That's gonna be fun.
It's a lot of work. We finally finished today, so we've got everybody on board. But man, it's just been busy. That plus your normal everyday IT stuff that you have to go through is like. Oh, I'm so glad it's Friday.
Yeah?
I'm so glad it's Friday.
Yeah, because I know we talked about it back at our friend's Christmas exchange, and that's when you first told me, or when I got information that you were telling me that you guys were going through a merger.
Correct.
Or got bought over.
Yes.
And you talked to me about it since then, and that was roughly a month ago. So
Correct.
Within that month, I mean, there's been some big time changes.
There's been some changes going in where, of course, they're coming in. They're trying to get the feel for what's going on in the company. And so they can plan out what changes how they're going to implement their changes, from the software that we're using on an everyday basis to the hardware. Because of course, they have different requirements for their company because they're a publicly traded company.
Okay.
Whereas Cherry is privately owned, so they don't have certain privacy concerns, certain safety or security. Because of course, at the end of the day, for a publicly traded company, what's it come down to? Them dollars and cents.
Bottom line.
Dollars
Yeah.
and
How
cents.
about how's the family life?
Family life is good.
Yeah.
We are trying to see in the process of want to go on a cruise.
Do it.
We're gonna see.
We did a couple years ago.
Oh
It was
yeah,
fun.
no, it's fun. It's
Hashtag Disney cruise.
Yeah, we want to take the kids.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be the first time, but it's the trying to schedule when it's not peak season with my daughter being in school, because like I was telling Ruben, is now their school, the way their school year is set up, they usually get 1 week in every month, and they'll be off, and so we're trying to see when those dates line up so we can
Everybody could just schedule everything,
and we can
book
just
it.
book it.
Sounds
and
good.
Go down to the Caribbean and see what we got going.
So work a little hectic, but the family life good and everything.
Yeah.
And how about the gaming life? Squeezing in some games.
It's there. It's taking a hit, but I mean, yeah, it's just switching between all the different games, trying to play with everybody, and just all the other games that I've bought that I haven't got to play.
The backlog, bro.
It's been crazy.
That backlog is for real.
Like, yeah, no, and of course the biggest thing that as a family guy that is into gaming is you set everything up. I get my computer, I got all the chat, I get everything ready, and here comes the kids. It's they want my attention or something, and at first I was like, oh yeah, just go play, and then as I thought of it, as I was sitting thinking one day, I was just like, you know what? I was like, these games, I can come back to these games. I can play with them.
You'll never have this moment again.
But
You're not going to be at this age again ever.
It's like at this point, it's like anything I do to them is amazing. So it's like
enjoy it while you
yeah,
can.
just go
because
ahead
then they'll start getting their own opinions.
Yeah, go play Hot Wheels on the same track.
Dad
for the
sucks.
third time.
Yeah, plays games all day.
Yeah, they're gonna be on a family trip and they'll be on their phones like, yeah, Dad, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't want that. So enjoy it while you
bro,
can,
that's
brother.
the
Yeah, so,
worst.
yeah, no, that's one of the things. It's like, and as a new father and stuff like that, it's one of those things that if you don't really pay attention to or
It'll be gone.
don't have that inner monologue with yourself about that, it's like, oh, you know what? These games will be here. You done paid for them. Then hopefully they'll still be there.
They'll still be there.
Games
Yeah.
as a service, but
That's
That'd be good.
that's one of
We'll
the
see.
reasons. Like
Mhm.
I'm too selfish with my time. That's why I can't have kids right now, bro. I was like, I need my time.
So they tax the shit out of you.
Taxes.
Yep.
Taxes on taxes.
Yeah,
bro.
each one $3,000 credit, $3,000 credit.
Oh shit!
How was your week, Ruben? Pretty good, brother?
Week was pretty solid, man. Work went by pretty smooth. I had a new guy with me Monday and Tuesday. A young kid, 22 years old. First time doing like physical labor type job. And
in his life,
yeah,
Ooh.
not good, not good. He lifted very poorly.
Yeah.
Like he can't lift anything. He's taller than me, and he's like bigger than me, right? And stuff that he was picking up with like two hands and using like his back, which is like the worst thing to do. Yeah, it's just bad lifting
form,
technique.
bad form,
like
yeah.
his back is arched. It's not, you know what I mean. He's not straight. He's got a lot of slouch in him. He's not lifting with his legs or his arms. He's lifting primarily with his back. So, not only that, but I had to give him like direction like every step of the way. Monday and Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday are my heaviest days. So, you know, I was like, you know, I'm walking off and he's still standing there. I'm like, come on, bro, you're a shadow. Follow me. Let's go. Keep it going. Keep it moving. So I had a talk with my boss on Tuesday. I was like, look, man, and I was like, I can't take much more of this. It's like, I know I got to train this guy, but I honestly, I can't do it. Like he doesn't take any initiative. He's not, he's a slow walker. Like I'm walking with a full cart of like 500 pounds of stuff on it. And I'm already like in the account and he's like still walking around the corner type thing. So, I was like, I don't know how much more I can take of this. Like, and then they're like, oh, well, he's with you next week too. And I was like, dude, I will call in every day next week. I will not show up to work at all. Like that's how bad it was. So, Wednesday I show up. So Monday, Tuesday, he was with me. I finished on time. Granted that I had help, but I finished on time. I should have finished earlier. But like Wednesday, I show up and like it's like I told him be there at 5:30. You know, 5:50 rolls around, 5:55, and I go to my boss and I'm like, so he's about to get left because I'm supposed to already be at my first stop. Yeah. Like he's about to get left. Oh. And he goes, he called in. He got into like a car accident or something last night, some shit like that. So I was like, oh man, that sucks for him, you know, no big deal. And then come to find out, like Thursday, I was talking to my other coworker, and he said something like, yeah, he got into a car accident last week too. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, he's making up shit.
Go-kart accident. Go-kart accident. You've been playing a lot of Super Mario Kart or something, huh?
So I didn't have him for the rest of the week after that, and everything went pretty smooth. I've been doing a lot of sales, just trying to pick up my numbers. We beat a lot of other companies out on certain products, like Cisco's gloves. We undercut them by like $5-6 a case. So now I'm starting to, like last year we were supposed to push, but I wanted to wait until the new quarter because my year had already screwed up. So what happens is they do a contest for the entire company for the size of your location, right? And if your location, we're the second largest location in the United States. So they bought us out 5 or 6 years ago, and we were just a Texas company, and now we're a nationally owned company. And now we're the second ranked biggest location facility with the numbers and everything to match it in the United States, and we're worldwide. So we're killing the game. And basically what it is, they take these numbers for each branch that's that size, that does a certain amount of volume. They'll send you on a trip to like Cozumel or some shit like that if you hit these certain target numbers. And if you lose business, it counts negatively towards your numbers. And I lost too much business last year. A bunch of shit had happened, like bankruptcies and stuff like that, just things that naturally happen.
Regular business process.
Yeah, so I lost out, and I didn't really want to push that hard.
Yeah. Until
this year, and then now I'm pushing them hard, bro. Like I'm doing at least 5 to 6 sales a day, and on direct sales I get 15%, and then on linen sales that are like new linen added rentals, I get 10 to 1 after 13 weeks. So if the product sells for $1, which I'm just making up a number, right, I get $10. So and our products aren't that cheap. So everything it all adds up. So after 13 weeks, I'll be getting a little fat check. So
they can tax shit out of it
in May, and then they can tax shit out of it,
bro. You ain't kidding, man. No.
But other than work, man, the week was pretty solid.
Gaming?
Alice has been working her ass off all week, so I've been alone playing the shit out of 3 houses.
I've been seeing you on there.
25 hours in as of today, and I spoiled something to your wife. I apologize, but she's 36 hours or 33 hours. She's in there. She's higher up hours than me, but somehow I surpassed her. But I am listening to all the conversations. I am doing all the battles. I'm doing all the side quests, all the side battles, everything, and teaching my students in the game manually, not automatically. and I'm building them up. And now I'm moving into the third tier of classes, because I don't know if you've ever heard of Three Houses.
No.
It's a tactical based like a tile. You can have it set up like a tile, and it's like basically a D&D game. Like you go up to the opposing character, and then you attack or do something, whatever. And if you attack it, you roll to hit, you can miss, they have evasion and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a giant D&D board that's randomized every time for that encounter or whatever. And so you build up your character. They start off as like brigands or whatever, and then you level them up, and then you get like Dark Knights, Paladins, Wyvern Riders.
Move into their class.
You move into their badass classes, like the level 20 classes that you don't get in D&D and shit. So playing a lot of that. I dabbled in some Hades.
Saw that. Easy
here,
game.
Here
Easy
it
game.
is an easy game, bro. You
Easy
just
easy game.
suck
It was
at
good.
the game, bro. Nah, you
suck.
No, you're
he didn't
probably
talk about the
don't-
cheat codes he was
Yeah,
putting in though, right?
God mode.
and,
God
and,
mode.
and it's on the harder mode because I've beaten the game. So
I've beaten it.
relax, bro. But yeah, I dabbled in a little bit of that, and I bought Blasphemous today for $11. It's on sale for $15, and I had like $4 or $5 in points.
I played that game during the summer. If you find it for $10, if you like Metroidvania, it's right up your alley, dude. Is that pixelated style? For $10, I would say get it. So
Yeah,
it's a good game.
How was your week, bro?
My week was pretty good. I'm sure you guys know already. I'm a UPS driver. Well, you guys know, but our listeners. But so I'm outside a lot, and this whole week with it being wet and gray and cold, it was just so depressing just to be outside. I'm just
You need that vitamin D,
I'm
man.
driving around, and I know, and I really am affected by the weather, because like when it's like a high of 75 degrees, clear sky, sunny. I mean, everything's good. It's good being outside, but when it's all like just overcast, I was just like, it just sucks, So it got me thinking, is like, how do people who say they love winter, how do they love maybe
love
in
winter.
Colorado where you have nice scenery or something,
No.
but like down here in Texas, when you see just the refinery clouds going up and it's gray, it's dark by 4:45, and it's just like cold. I'm like, doesn't it?
I would rather deal with that than deal with the 115 degrees.
I do deal with that.
I know, I have to deal with that.
And I'm not saying I prefer triple digit weather, but I do not like the cold. But besides that, I've been playing a lot of the Ring Switch Adventure.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of that.
You've been on that. Yeah.
It's I know it's a game, but it's also an exercise.
Are you speed running now?
It's something.
It is. It's something. That's something I've been playing a lot. And I wanted to stream this week, and I know you guys. I tell you, the listeners, that I love streaming, and I still do. It's just that my priority right now is to exercise. I want to exercise.
Why don't you stream your workouts?
I don't think anybody wants to see that, bro.
Why not?
I don't think
People watch
anyone
anything,
see
dude.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was like a hot, busty chick.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Instead
That's
of a fat
progress.
dude?
I actually, with him talking about that, that's one thing I'm looking into getting, and I was going to approach you guys about, because I'm thinking about just approaching kind of like a fitness health, like a blog type situation, and going from there and see. Maybe I can get some other people to come in every now and then and just
I'm down.
give their tips and
Hell yeah.
see what give their encouragement to other people. See, look, just don't give up. Because a lot of people do give up. They tend to give up a lot quicker than they should. But
Well, the thing my biggest tip to anybody would be just don't wait. Don't wait for I'm gonna wait till the first of the month. I'm gonna wait till the new year. I'm gonna wait for my birthday. I'm gonna wait
till
until
the
I'm
weather
this
gets
age.
better.
Whatever.
No.
Don't
Yeah.
fucking wait. Just do it. Just get out there and do it.
Just
getting at it.
You want to do something? Just
do it.
Just take that first step
Because if you
on
keep
changing
pulling-
your food. Just
Yeah.
take that first step of just getting outside and something.
Yeah, just
do it.
Yeah, Nike style.
Nike
just
it, bro.
just fucking do it.
Yeah.
So you've been doing a lot of ring, but yeah, you should stream it though. I would definitely watch that, because I'd love to watch you struggle.
Yeah.
People love to see people suffering.
Like maybe if my wife did it, like if the female, maybe all the guys will go in there, like start, subscribing and shit. Maybe that'll work. But me myself, that probably won't be good.
You gotta have her. You gotta have her tits posted up and out,
and like those tiny little shorts or whatever.
Yeah, like the butt hanging out.
Yeah.
of them,
We already know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, oh, bro, your form's bad. Your form's bad.
So I didn't get to play that much. I didn't stream that much at all. But like I said, mostly exercising, working on what I've working on my diet, staying on my diet, my keto diet, keto,
Whatever.
staying on it. I've been weighing in at around 178 this whole week, 176, 174.
Man.
So, and I was talking to Juan earlier, like, I keep looking at these numbers, and the second I see it go up by 0.2 or 0.4, I'm like,
just drank too much water.
And the thing is, like,
take a shit.
you're right.
Yes,
like,
correct.
especially like the when Mikhail cooks, she uses a lot of squash or zucchini, a lot of high fiber foods.
Yeah.
So I mean that really does help out a lot, And it's just trying to don't get discouraged by these numbers. Like, it's okay, Rick. Like you said it yourself, Juan.
Yes.
Does your clothes fit well? Do you feel good? Okay, well, that should be enough. So. Yep. Besides that, I mean, pretty good, and I'm hanging out with you guys on a Friday night.
But can just a little caveat to that is I've been on this podcast. We've been on this podcast together for 38 episodes, and this whole time I've been this size, right? And 2 years ago, when I was 240 pounds, and I lost the weight,
you could have been 240.
I was at 240, bro.
240,
I was at a 40-inch waist, bro. 40-inch waist, double XL shirt. Yeah. So. I was a big boy, and now that I've lost all the weight and I'm down here and I've been able to keep it off for 2 years solid, what the biggest issue for me is, like, I saw the numbers go down. I get pissed off when the numbers go up, and I always work really, really hard whenever the numbers do go up. However, I still have never been satisfied with it up until this day, because I figured losing 120 pounds, you know what I mean? Like 110 pounds, that I would have like a six pack and I'd be fucking ripped, and that's just not the case. Like, my body type was just not meant for it. I don't have a six pack. I have a 4-pack. I have the 4. I don't have the good pecs or anything, and I work out like crazy, dude. I worked out every day this week. I didn't do it on Ring Fit. I did it with my
your own
kettlebells and stuff. But
that comes down to having a predetermined diet that's so down to minute
to
stuff.
the science.
Like, yeah, no, I mean,
but the thing is,
trainers, nutritionists.
The thing is, I'm happy with myself now, but I still see it like, fuck, I still don't have that 6-pack.
Yeah.
Fuck, I still don't have those 20-inch fucking arms. Fuck, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, my dick isn't bigger. I mean,
but can't help you there. As a surgeon, bro.
And you're right. Even though I don't see these hard physical changes, I should still tell myself, okay, I'm good.
Just look at the picture. Good. Yeah, look at the picture.
Yeah,
look
the picture speaks for itself. Especially when we started.
Yes. Thumbnails.
I have a picture like on my little family wall. I look at it and I'm like, damn, bro, that's the Michelin Man. No, that's me.
That's me. Yeah. So
dark Michelin Man.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll look at some of these old pictures that Mikhail has up around the house. I'm like, oh, I put those down. Put them away.
No,
but then at the same time, it's like, no, keep them as a reminder. That I do not want to go there. I do not want to be there. So you're right. I'm glad I have friends that help.
But like I'm saying, that what you're feeling, what I was just saying is that your feeling just doesn't go away. You'll never be satisfied with it.
No.
And that's the whole point, is that never being satisfied is the whole point of anything that you do in this life. It's just never settle. Right. You're not settling for something.
You're right. I agree 100%. I think you should never be satisfied. I mean, always push and beyond. Like, if you get comfortable for a little thing on something, okay, cool. But push on.
But what I'm saying is, you should be happy with what you've done, what you've accomplished. Definitely. But not satisfied with your overall progress. There's always something that you could be doing better. Like right now, I shouldn't be drinking this beer, but I'm drinking the beer.
We're drinking a beer
because I had one meal. I had one meal today, and I'm drinking my beer.
I'm hanging out with my friends.
I'm in the same boat too. I had me if I go describe my diet, like today, 8 ounces of pork. And it was about.
Oh my God! You measured it out?
When I'm trying to get down, I measured it out. 8 ounces, and I had about 3 cups of broccoli, and that's been it. So now I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna kill myself to get, but it's like
it's a little modification.
You gotta enjoy your life still.
No, you have to. You have to. All right, boys. What do we have in the news this week on the topics?
Oh man, well, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Well, something that's dear to me that's coming up pretty soon on Mr. Wizard, he's one of the figureheads for Evo, the fighting game tournaments that happens every year.
Is that a tournament?
It's a tournament. So he made an announcement saying he tweeted out on February 4th, the lineup for Evo will be announced. So I'm excited for that.
Super Smash, Street Fighter 5.
So yes, I'm for sure you're gonna see Street Fighter 5. We're gonna see Smash in there. I'm pretty sure you're going to see Mortal Kombat 11, maybe Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. That's
Tekken 7.
That's coming out. Tekken's going to be in there. Maybe did I say Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
11,
okay.
You said Grand Blue
Fantasy Versus. That's the one that's coming out in
Eunice?
May.
Not Eunice, but the new one.
Maybe Uniclear. That might come out. That was there last year. Maybe BB Tag. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait. February 4th. That's gonna be the announcements for the fighting game. So
That's
can't
what's
wait.
up. So he tweeted that out when
He
yesterday.
tweeted out earlier this week. I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday. But he said, yeah, on February 4th, he's gonna they're gonna have a little show.
List.
They're gonna have a list of.
So that's what
out.
Wednesday next week.
I believe. So. I don't know.
February 2nd is Tuesday. So.
Tuesday. Yeah. So
Thursday.
It's Tuesday next week.
February 4th?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
Tuesday
off.
next week.
I'm off
Nice.
Tuesday.
So we should have that for the next podcast.
That'd be good to talk about. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited.
That's what's up.
Yep.
The big news for me this week was all the bullshit going on with the Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Yes.
People are not. First of all, here let me say
I don't have a dog in the race, okay? Because
Okay.
I have not been hardcore into a Blizzard game
for a minute.
I dabbled Overwatch, but I was never like into it. So
Right.
I'm gonna hold judgment on this. I just want to
Okay.
hear the facts from what you guys have to say.
Okay. So from what I gathered, it got a surprise release on Tuesday.
Okay.
So was it a surprise? Everybody knew what day?
Yes, because it's already been delayed. It was supposed to be out like
I thought they were. I thought
November last year.
I thought they had delayed it to like February, and then they just released it on the 28th.
No.
Oh, okay.
Then they pushed. Then they said, okay, it's gonna release before the end of the year. No, now we're gonna go ahead and release.
Okay,
it.
so my
Yes.
bad. That was my mistake.
yeah.
So it did get a release on the 28th of this month, which was
Yes,
Tuesday, right?
Yes, correct.
And then people were very upset because the main thing was they had promised at BlizzCon 2018 is that they were going to have revamped cinematics, revamped voiceovers. They're going to do the new UI and all that stuff.
New story. They were gonna add like 3 hours worth of content
Right.
to the whole story and everything. So
And so people get the games in their hands on the 28th, and lo and behold, it's the exact same game with like the same cinematic cutscenes, the same fucking dumbass voiceovers. Like and then on top of that, what they did was they ended up shutting down the old Warcraft 3 servers, so you can't even play the old game. You have to buy the new game, which is basically the exact same as the old game. So they're making you pay twice for the
no.
thing.
What happened was like if you have the old game, you have to take an update which downloads. I think it's like 10 gigs worth of new. Of the graphical overhaul, but of course, but of course, it's not there if you don't have the new one. But it's there. But it's like you can't
choose either or. So they
Yeah.
shut down the old servers, and then on top of that, anything that you make in their custom scenarios or what is it like the arenas,
just all their custom modes,
anything you make in the custom mode, they automatically own. So they could take it if it's popular. They could take it and rebrand it as their own thing and put it out there and make money off of it.
It's still their IP.
It's still their IP.
And if you don't know, that's mainly coming off, of course,
because that's where
Dota.
That's where Dota comes from. That's where League of Legends comes from.
Correct.
That's where not Paladins, but Smite and all that shit. That's where they all get their start. Is
their origins,
3 lanes, 5 lanes, and then like people do these certain things. So
it was a custom mode from original Warcraft 3.
So it's kind of like a mod from like what
Warcraft 3,
what Counter-Strike was from Valve or from Half-Life, right?
Right. Well,
they grabbed Half-Life, they made a mod, and they turned it to something else.
Counter-Strike Counter-Strike, Left 4 Dead, Portal all became from the Source engine, which was a mod of the original Half-Life.
And that's how Dota and all these other MOBAs came from. They from Warcraft.
Warcraft was the original.
Yeah. So this way they decided like, you know what? We're not gonna miss out on this gravy train. We're gonna get a piece of it one way or another. But the thing is, are the people gonna want to go ahead and put in some work? They might put in a little bit, but I don't think you're gonna get.
You're
not gonna get as much.
That if this blows up, they're
not gonna get that effort. Yeah.
So people are really upset about it, and then they're also not honoring any refunds right now either.
What do you mean refunds?
They're making it hard to get refunds.
They're making it real hard.
Like if someone bought the game and says, "Hey, actually, I don't want it.
Right.
I want my money back."
Or even if they pre-ordered and then they saw the review and they want to cancel it, like they didn't even download the game or play it at all, they can't even get their refund. Wow. So pretty crazy stuff. That was the big news this week. And then
welcome Blizzard 2020.
Yo, Activision Blizzard, bro.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that was big for me, I mean everything else could be undershadowed by this. Hey Phoebe, what are you doing? Torchlight Frontiers, which was announced last year, the year before last, I believe, at E3. What they said was they're going to change the name. It's going to be Torchlight 3.
Okay.
It's going to get a 2020 release on PC. And it's going to be a one-time purchase because
they're going with a premium model.
No. It was going to be a premium model where like you pay to like get extra stuff and all that, like extra character slots and things like that. And what it is now is just you buy the game for $60.
Correct.
And then now you get access to all the content. But it's a premium game, and now it's going to get a Steam release where it wasn't going to get a Steam release.
I swear I said he was going to be they're going with the premium model.
That's what the original plan
that
was.
The original,
that was the original
premium,
premium.
Okay.
Kind of like free to play, but pay for skins and all that stuff.
Pay to play is called premium.
What? Pay to play?
It's called premium?
Pay to play is just called retail. You buy the game and then you play it.
Yes.
But if you have a free game like Path of Exile, and then they have cosmetics and things like that, microtransactions, that's called a freemium game because it is free. But if you want all the cool shit, you got to pay for it. And it ain't cheap, bro.
Okay.
Path of Exile ain't cheap.
Okay, I swear I got the guy said it's gonna be they're going based off a premium model.
It was. It used to be until they changed the name, like I said, to a Torchlight 3, and it's going to get a PC release for 2020 and then consoles later on. So it will come out on PC first. And the game looks great. I've been stoked about it since they announced Torchlight Frontiers, and it's been on my radar for a little while. So I'm kind of excited about it. I want to see what they're...
Dungeon crawling co-op?
Oh, Diablo clone, because it's made by the original... developers of Diablo 2.
Those guys splintered away from Blizzard.
They did their own. They left before it was cool to leave.
Before it was cool. Take that, Bungie.
And the guy, I can't remember what his name was, the one who made the announcement. He came out there and said, this change is because you guys demanded it.
Yeah.
You guys told us that you didn't like this model. So that's another point for us.
Community.
For when the community actually gets together and tell them what we want.
Speaking of community, did you ever get a chance to look at the patch notes on Hades?
Rip? No, I have not. I know there were a shit ton of fucking notes. I was like, I'm gonna keep playing it.
So there was a shit ton of notes, and I had a chance. I just kind of scrolled through it, and then I saw these little icons next to some of the points, right? Mm-hmm. And it had like 3 little faces or whatever, and it was like a speech bubble, but it was like 3 little faces on all these different things. And then you read, and then at the bottom it says these 3 little faces mean it was a community requested change, and almost like all of them had the community requested changes. I was like, man, these guys, Supergiant listening to their team.
So did you have to pay for a subscription to be able to get those?
No, I didn't have those. No,
they didn't go the Fallout model.
No, they didn't go the Fallout model.
You didn't have to pay $99 a year for that. You mean they listened and they gave you what you wanted?
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly
in the game as part of a download without having to pay for it.
Because it is still early access. It is a wonderful dude. You saw me playing earlier. It is a beautiful game. It looks hand drawn. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the game is so fun to play and so easy. That's all I want to say about it.
Yeah,
it's good. But I haven't played in a week, but it's good.
I like the fact that they put on their patch notes what changes came from the community. You know what I mean? Like if you go through them and you're like, oh, they wanted this and they wanted this and they wanted this, and then the other stuff they're like, oh, we got the new weapon coming with the next update, which goes in like 40 days or something like that. The latest weapon's gonna be in 40 days.
The thing is, when a company is transparent like that, it just gives you just much more to appreciate what they do for you. But the transparency, when they just tell you straight up, like, hey, this is what we got planned. This is what's gonna happen. This is this is what was released. These are the patch notes. Like that's good. Just the transparency.
And
what's the cost of that game right now?
$25.
$25.
It's a legit game.
Yeah, no, because what I can see is like if they're giving people what they want in a game, that means once they're ready to go for a release, if they want to raise the price up to like $39,
right?
I think people will pay it or something.
Right. So on
in the end, it benefits them.
On that note, one thing is like another game that I bought in early access, which eventually got like a physical release, which is called Dead Cells.
Yeah.
Rick loves the game.
Oh, I love the game. They're getting an update February 11th. They're having the Bad Seed DLC coming out.
Right.
I think it's already out on PC. I think it's coming out for the Switch on the 11th.
It's going to be a paid DLC.
Yes.
Coming out, and that's their first one. So they put out 4 or 5 major updates to the game. Officially released it, and then did all these things. They got a physical release on the Switch, Xbox, and PS4, and then now they're doing their first paid DLC. So they gave you like 2 or 3 years worth of free content, and now they're like, hey, we want to still add to this game. We still want to make it great and amazing. Here's what here's something, pay a little bit extra money. That's cool. We can keep developing on this game.
Yeah, and I like that because it's not you know what? We don't really have enough content for a full game, and we're not going to try to sell it off as a full game. So let's just go ahead and add it on to this game.
Yeah. So Twin Motion adding on $5 for a DLC. I'm for
Is it $5? Did they announce the price?
I think it's like $5.99. It's not gonna be that much.
I'll pay that shit. No problem.
So yeah, good job on Twin Motion, dude. That's one of my favorite games, hands down. I told Mikkel that's my comfort food game. Oh, and she laughed at me. She's like, comfort food, like it's something you just like to snack on. Nothing too serious. You just want to hang out and just play for a little bit and then just put it down. I just
one thing that I did do this week, Rick, is I subscribed to the Apple Arcade.
Yeah,
$5 a month.
At $5.99, I think you get like over 70 different games. Not all of them are good.
Yeah,
not all of them are good, but there is some good gems in there.
So there's Cat Quest 2, which is I wanted to play that.
What the golf?
I want to
play that one. I heard so many good things about that one.
Was it Leave the Gungeon, or was it
Enter the Gungeon?
No, not Enter the Gungeon. The one that they made for mobile only.
And I think it's House of the Gungeon or Dead. I know.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can look it up here in a second. But I think it's like Leave the Gungeon or something like that.
Gungeon Dead or something. I don't forget. Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Whatever.
That one's in there. There's a couple other things. So I subscribed to it just to check out, what they had to offer.
Definitely.
Since I got the iPad last week.
Yeah.
And I haven't even touched any single one of them. I'm still on 3 houses, but
I know.
I got a whole month. I canceled Disney Plus.
Okay, I remember. I think we
canceled
talked about it briefly.
Yeah. No, I was just. Well, my whole problem with Disney Plus is they put out the Mandalorian series for 8 weeks, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And then it's been 3 weeks, and they haven't put out a single
anything
new
else that you would watch.
So, I don't know if you've listened to the podcast, but my preferred model is if you're gonna do that to me, do the HBO model where, it's 8 to 10 weeks of a show that's badass, like Royal Gemstones or The Watchmen or Game of Thrones or whatever, this badass show on a Sunday that I watch with my chick or whatever, we hang out and we watch a show. And then the week that it ends, the following week, there's another show that picks up.
That relay
something
just gets
that'll
passed.
come up. Yeah.
But that's what Disney Plus didn't do. And I put that in, like I typed it out in the whole, like, why are you quitting thing?
Yes.
Because I think they need to know, like, okay, you put out this great show and that's what drew me to this service, and I will come back whenever Loki releases. I will come back whenever Hawkeye releases. I will come back whenever all these things come out. But if you're gonna make me pay for a subscription to sit here and wait, I'm not gonna do it.
Just to watch.
Yeah. No. See, that's where you as a consumer, you have a little bit more flexibility. Whereas with me, it's like, I have these kids. I can just throw them on there. But no, I understand because like I haven't touched it outside of putting some movies on for the kids because it's like,
but that's perfect for you. Yeah.
Yeah. No, other than that, no, it's like
just you kids want to watch Cars,
but for me,
on there, yeah.
But for me, I've seen all the Star Wars. I've seen all the Avengers movies.
Right, yes.
I've seen all the Disney movies. I'm good. Like you got to give me something new, or else you're gonna lose me. I'm not gonna pay for nostalgia. Like, okay, cool, I can go back and watch Toy Story 1. I don't give a fuck. Like, I want 2020 graphics. I don't want. I don't want 1998 graphics.
And rewatching Toy Story 1, I was like, oh man, this is rough. Oof. But all I can think about is like I remember that this was
like this was
jaw dropping. This was
cutting edge.
This was
it was, dude. Hell yeah.
But now I look at it, it's like, oh, that's so rough. That looks like a PlayStation 2 game now.
It's like Lara Croft, like Tomb Raider 1.
Yes.
All right, so I got a couple rumor mills for you, bro.
Yo, let's drop the rumor mills.
Rumor mills.
That should be a new section of the show. The rumor mills.
The developers of the Sims games are working on a new. I know you like the Sims games,
yes,
but they're working on a new title to release.
Well, who would it be now? Because it's not Maxis anymore.
It's not Maxis. It's the.
Would it still be the guys who make?
It's whoever's doing their DLC. Cityscape.
No,
City Brass.
The other sim, the other cities, Lost Cities,
City Skyline,
something. Yeah, City Skyline. But it's not them though.
No,
that's Paradox.
It's somebody else is whoever Well, I think it is Maxis. No, it's not Maxis. It's the one that branched off of Maxis and became its own thing. The original developers, which was Maxis.
What are we
Okay.
looking like? We're looking at
Because EA bought
Sims?
Maxis and then they
Correct.
didn't produce. So
Sims
Right.
developers.
Yeah, the Sims developers
Okay,
are working.
look it up. I'll
But
look
like I
it
said,
up.
it's just a rumor type thing that they're already working on a new game together. So that's pretty sweet.
under their own. Is that under?
It's
is
gonna
that
be
still-
it's gonna be their own thing.
Okay, so it's not as a division of EA or anything like that.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, that's something to throw a couple bucks at.
And then the other little the other little rumor mill thing was that Demon Souls Remastered is gonna be a PS5 launch title.
Demon Souls
Demon
from
Souls.
Software.
So
The,
remake.
The original Dark Souls, which was Demon Souls to begin
Yes,
with,
yes.
is gonna get a remaster, and it's gonna be released on the PS5 as a launch title.
But was Demon Souls its own story?
Yes.
So it was Demon Souls, and then that was its own separate entity or deal, and then but still from Software, and then what? Dark Souls came out.
Dark Souls 2,
Dark Souls 3,
and then
Bloodborne.
and
Not in this order, but you know,
Sekiro.
Sekiro. What else came out from Software?
I think
From like that's Souls-esque. That's all I can think of for right now. But yeah, okay. So I'm willing to try it. What? Any idea on the pricing? Full price?
probably full price.
Remastered?
But they
I already paid for
Well,
Link's
yeah,
They
it
did,
would be
Yeah.
it'd be a PS5 launch title. So
did, launch title will be
Either
full price, unless
Yeah.
it's just a
49 or
49 or 59.
Or 59. It's gonna have to be
oh,
there.
speaking of which, we haven't brought this up yet, guys.
Yo.
Do you think that with the new consoles, I mean, you sent me the article yesterday about the price range of the consoles and all that stuff. Do you think that the price range of the video games would go up? Because I remember whenever I was a kid and my dad would take me to go buy a game from like Toys R Us and shit, or what KB Toys or wherever it was. I remember games being $49.99, and then eventually it moved up to be, $59.99. Do you think we're gonna see a price hike and that type of thing with these new generation consoles?
You want to take this first, Mark?
Yeah, my take on it is actually, if you go back and look at some of that stuff was way overpriced to
Back in the day,
yeah. to what it is now. But no, I do not see a price hike. A lot of it is because or in my opinion is because they are getting a lot more off the top than they would normally get.
Right.
Because for the first, what do you call it? How would you say, the first party publishers?
Right.
Yeah. So if they're under Sony, they get a bigger cut.
That's where Sony gets all
Yeah.
their money from, is from the first party developers.
Yeah.
They get the majority of the majority of the money that they make is from
They're developers.
the Guerrilla and
Sony
and
Sony
Insomniac and all that stuff. Sony Interactive.
Santa Monica.
And
That's where they get all their money from.
And when you're talking about just a base game, just your base copy, like you got Death Stranding right there. That's $60.
Yeah.
Okay, but guess what? They had that big monster pack, $200 or whatever it is. That's where they make up the rest of their money, on those collector packs or special editions
Yeah.
and all that little stuff. That's where
Unless you're Bethesda and you release a shit bag.
Yeah.
that bullshit canvas bag.
Yeah.
You remember that shit?
Because I mean, look, the Final Fantasy VII remake.
my boy.
That collector's edition.
Let's talk about the collector's edition. Then I want to go back to if prices should go back up, and then I want to talk about the Final Fantasy VII remake trailer that just came out.
Oh, dude, it was
Okay.
today
so
or
sick.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
go ahead.
Fucking
Yeah,
3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's where I stand. Is like the price. I think it's still a good price. Because to me, I think most of the games aren't being sold in store as much as they used to.
Right.
And so when you're selling it online, you're getting a bigger cut there.
You are.
Because there's no way that
But
you're
that-
not paying the store. You're not having to do all the other stuff. Yes, you're still having to, I guess, kind of warehouse it, because now you're using digital storage and you're having to run storage.
That was my whole big deal with buying digital versus physical.
Yes.
Is physical, I actually get the thing that I can
get
hold.
that CD of
and
my case.
and the digital copy, I'm paying the exact same price, but I'm not getting everything that a person who buys a physical copy. So that kind of bothers me a little bit, except
Yes.
for when it's PC. Like PC, I understand, but when it comes to console, like there should be a price difference between physical and digital copies of the game. It doesn't make sense to do that. But if Steam, they're gonna sell their games for $60, I get it. They run the service, they want their cut, and their cut is bigger than than Epic's, which is why there's a competing store right now and this and that. But
Right.
but like they don't offer physical copies of the game. Like if you go buy a physical copy of a PC game, you're gonna get a box with a card in it that says, "Here, go download the game."
This game,
Yeah.
yes.
But you know, if you
Yeah.
do that with the physical copy at like Best Buy with like a PS4 and Xbox game, it's just like, here's the disc. You put the disc in.
For the most part, unless they, fall out for your ass.
Fall out for your ass.
or they
Hashtag
Fortnite.
fall out for your
Dude, I
ass.
saw boxes in fucking Best Buy yesterday for
Yeah.
Fortnite. Like,
Yeah.
it's a free game.
It's a free
Yeah.
game. I guess you buy some
No.
costumes or seasons or whatever.
It gives
Yeah,
you
it's-
points and shit.
Just something to put on your shelf that you can
Correct.
have or something.
for the
But yeah,
collectors.
no. And then the other part of it is like, so much of the game seems to be day one patch.
They won't patch
It's
DLC.
like-
Oh, yeah.
Fix it, hot
you
fixes.
know,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. When it comes to my opinion on if game prices should be where they're at or should go up, I'm as a consumer, yes, I do want it to stay at $59.99, and I do see the reason why we have microtransactions for everything, because you have these AAA games coming out, and these companies have to sustain themselves. They have to keep making money off these
Right.
games. Not everybody could be Activision and have 3 Call of Duties.
One every
in
year.
rotation. Some people can't have that, so they gotta have a game, and even Activision does it. But with battle passes or DLCs, whether cosmetic or in game to improve you, I really hate that, because it's just more money you have to shell out. And the thing is, I know why they're doing it, because at $59.99, when you have a team of 1,000 people making this, where's that money going?
Yes.
I'm not a financial and analytical person at all. I don't know how the money gets divvied up, but I know that these games are getting bigger and bigger budgets, and the price has been at $59.99 for the last, I don't know what, 15, 20 years now.
Yeah.
So like I said, I am a consumer and I don't want the prices to go up, but I understand if they do. So and who's not to say the price isn't going up because of the microtransactions, because we know there is microtransactions, and no matter how much we say that, well, I'm not going to buy them, I don't want to buy them, I'm not going to support this model, but you get that one skin that you like, and like, well, it looks freaking badass, I'm going to buy it.
Or they get you with the if you buy this pack, you're helping support this other thing.
Exactly. And that's how Street Fighter got me. I love the franchise so much. They'll say like, hey, you buy this, it goes to a percentage of it goes to the player pot at Evo. Well, it helps out.
Speaking of microtransactions, couple things. First off, the new
Alright.
Doom Eternal said that they're not going to offer any microtransactions at all. Once again, the fact that a game has to bring this up is absolutely hilarious to me.
Correct.
Second of all,
because we heard that before with Square Enix when the Avengers game came out.
Right.
They came out at E3 saying this game there will be no DLC. There will be no microtransactions.
Right.
So, going back to what you were saying, yeah.
So Doom had said that they're not going to do any microtransactions. That is a Bethesda game, so take that for whatever that means. Second of all the microtransactions for the Australian wildfire stuff for Call of Duty ended. They're going to post numbers later.
Good.
Also on that note, Bethesda ran a one-day sale, 24 hours, to support the Australian wildfire. So firefighters, excuse me,
Correct.
not to support spreading more
They
fires.
put money on the fire.
So the whole deal with that is Call of Duty did this shit for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Bethesda's like,
24 hours.
we'll give you 24 hours
Yeah.
to buy whatever you want.
It's just
So what the fuck, dude? They're fucking up.
If
the
it
studio,
helps.
man. It's falling. It's I don't know where the priorities have gone.
I'm scared
It
for the
can't
new
be just all shareholders. I mean, these
I'm
are
s-
people in there
Right.
making that decision.
and I'm scared for the new Elder Scrolls. I'm scared for the new Fallout. I'm scared for Doom. I'm scared for all those things that they have coming out and that are releasing. And that developer was one of my favorite things like that had happened in like the Xbox 360 generation with Fallout 3 and then Fallout New Vegas and then moving over to
For
the
me, it
new,
was Skyrim, and
Skyrim
11. That's what for me put Bethesda on my radar. Like,
Yeah.
this is Skyrim. Holy shit!
yeah,
I fucking
dude,
love
it's
it.
huge,
and-
dude.
I love it.
What I see it is, I think it's gonna be number 6, and I think it's gonna have some kind of subscription on it, like
Oh, you mean the new Elder
premium.
Scrolls?
Huh? Yeah, the new Elder Scrolls is gonna have a subscription
A
on
freemium?
it. Yeah, where if you go ahead and get the subscription, you get free. You get extra XP or something. I don't think it'll go Fallout bad, but
Fallout 76.
It might go into. We're kind of try to see if we can get some of the MMO subscription type deal going on with it, where you don't have to have it, kind of like Assassin's Creed.
But if you want this
Odyssey
extra space or extra skins,
yes,
extra loot storage, well, that's
all right.
That's something
the
that,
time savers, the time savers.
Yeah,
oh my
the time
God! Get the
savers.
fuck out of here, Ubisoft.
You know what my time saver is? Cheat engine.
Cheat engine, right?
That's just such a cop out. Guys, I want to talk about Juan. I don't know if you saw it already, but did you see the Final Fantasy VII?
I have not seen it.
Oh my God, dude!
So good.
Well,
Oh my!
it's just I've been trying to stay away from all the news on it because it's been so long since I played it that I want.
You want to walk in there fresh?
Yeah. So I just didn't want it to have bunch of gameplay footage and stuff.
There's no gameplay footage.
It's all cinematic.
Trailer.
And I'm putting my foot in my mouth now because I know I said hey, I'll watch one trailer and that's it. But I saw the second trailer. You put it on Twitter.
So good.
And I was like,
bro, I wanted to. My
Look at that.
My tweet was gonna be, I'm so erect right now. I'm so ready.
yeah,
This thing looks amazing, dude.
that's all cinematics. Dude. It looks good. I
and
mean,
the voice acting is superb.
I think Barrett's a little. It's time to get it on. I
the
think
black guy.
So they didn't find the Terry Crews to play the
Terry
part.
Crews, no.
Yeah, they played.
Man.
They
But
got
the-
a Mr. T
It
type.
looks good though. I mean, I'm gonna hand it to Square Enix that the time they're putting on just with the face and the CGI,
facial hair,
it
the
looks
facial
good.
hair, the
Eyes,
hair looks
the
good.
details.
It's
I mean,
like
it's looking
they
good.
practice with Resident Evil and they're like, okay, now let's step
Whoa,
our game up.
whoa.
Well,
Square,
because they did those first.
Square Enix is not a part of Resident Evil. Capcom owns Resident Evil. What you mean to say is the other Final Fantasies that had come out, because Final Fantasy 14 and 15 looked amazing with the hair and the driving around.
With the boys. That
Yeah,
was
with the boys, yeah.
Noctis. Ignis. Oh shit! Hold on.
Yeah,
Noctis,
it's been
Ignis,
2 years.
Gladiolus, and Prompto.
Yeah.
That was
So they've been working their way up to this gorgeous thing here, and it looks fantastic, man. I can't wait for this thing to come out. So that's just a little.
The thing is, that game's gonna come out April 10th. That is my vacation this year is gonna be April 6th to the 10th. So it's gonna be the last day of my vacation. So that Friday, I'm gonna get the game. I'm gonna Best Buy and buy a hard copy, like a hard copy.
So
my dick gonna be hard.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna play. I'm gonna be a shut in that weekend, bro.
It looks good, doesn't it?
have they said if the special packages if they're gonna be delivered on time?
That's right. We totally skipped over. We went talk about prices. I don't know. And the thing is, I looked at the bundle when it first announced at E3. The first soldier package where you get the hard case, steelbook, the audio book, special summons, the Kai Play Arts action figure.
Yeah,
not doll, but as an action figure.
Action
Dude,
figure.
Yes,
with
that's
the
right.
bike. It's
Yes.
So
with the bike.
it was like 300 something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
350.
and
Something like that.
and you're right, Juan. I have heard some other people talk about how the delay is just insane, or the wait time to get it, or for the shipping and handling and stuff.
Ooh, that shit looks so beast, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, that looks like gameplay right there.
Yeah.
That's gameplay.
No,
yeah.
because they did send out an email saying you did pre-order this game. There's a delay. You have to reconfirm that you still want to pre-order it.
Oh, they were trying to fuck some people up right there.
So
bro.
yeah, no. My question is I was like,
Please enter your code now.
yes. The question is, will it be here on launch day, or am I gonna be stuck purchasing a second copy or something?
Well, look at the bright side. They did push it back a month, so hopefully they'll get everything ready.
If it all goes well, it comes out on a Friday, correct?
Yes,
I
on
get
the 10th.
off at 10:30 on Fridays now, so I'll be
Easy.
right.
You pre-order your
Well, the
copy
thing is
at
I
Best
can pre-order at Best Buy, and you can pick it up 9 p.m. the day before.
There you go.
Usually, yes.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so you can pick
That's all we'll do.
the big releases. They only do that for the big ones.
And
so.
that's going to be a big one.
Yeah. for
So
sure.
yeah,
So,
that trailer looked great, dude. I'm
hoping
excited.
maybe the delivery man comes a little bit early on that one.
Hell
so.
no, that motherfucker shows up at like 5 o'clock in my ass.
No,
End of day.
that's what I'm
All
like,
it says, you look at
no,
the
show up Wednesday, bro. Show up Wednesday with my package, please.
End of day.
Wednesday,
Yep.
goddamn.
Yep.
But yeah, that whole trailer looked dope, dude. I'm so excited for that.
Transitioning. I know we're mostly on the Switch side and PlayStation and PC side. So on the Xbox side, I do want to cover
PC/Xbox.
Xbox. I do want to talk a little bit about Xbox. The Gamer with Gold.
Oh yeah, games with gold.
Games with Gold.
They look like dog shit this month, dude. I looked it up too.
TT Isle of Man. Motorbike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah,
Okay. Some people like.
And then Call of
Sims.
Cthulhu, which
Call of
was
Cthulhu?
2017 release.
Was it? Then we got Fable Heroes, a co-op game,
Yeah. Once again,
and then Star Wars Battlefront, the first one.
Right.
So
and so old as shit games, and then you take a look at the PlayStation Plus games this month, which are BioShock Collection and Sims. BioShock Collection and Firewall 0 Hour.
I played that one.
So BioShock Collection is 1 and 2. I don't know if it comes with Infinite or not. So PlayStation's giving you at least
within the decade.
Yeah, they're giving you the remasters just came out not too long ago for BioShock.
Did they?
The BioShock Collection is the remaster.
Aren't they coming out on Switch?
That's
one of the rumors.
It got rated. It got rated for the Switch.
Okay.
So that's one. That is one of the rumors. But yeah, what is coming to the Switch though is Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds got a Switch release, not a physical release.
No, not at all. So
Not
even
a
if you do
physical.
buy a physical box, when you open that box,
Yeah, it's just a
there's a
digital
code.
Yeah.
So
they're saving some costs.
They're saving some
So
costs.
that's where it's like.
But make me pay less. Make me pay less for the game.
No, $59.99.
No. But make me pay less for the digital copy of the game.
$59.99.
Yeah.
And when the service goes down, you're gonna lose your copy. That's what my problem with when it comes to digital only games, because once the service goes, like the online service,
You can't
like
play it anymore.
the licensing issue happens, kind of like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, nice co-op beat 'em up game that came out on Xbox Gold, but the licensing went out. You can't buy the game unless you have it downloaded on that Xbox. You can never get it again.
Right.
And yeah, that's one of the things. Like at the end, I wanted to bring up is I wanted to get y'all's opinion on just games as a service as a whole.
Well, I mean, WoW. Whenever
it's
if
like,
WoW ever stops their service.
Well, not just like
If they
that,
ever
just
did.
like all games that are trying to go into that model, and some of them haven't worked out.
You mean like Battleborn and shit like that?
Yeah, there were different ones.
Destiny.
Like, yeah,
Divinity.
even like they try to do
Not Divinity. Division.
Assassin's Creed. They did a fairly good job with kind of like that, but like even Battlefront, where they're trying to go with that, and all the games is they're trying to follow that model where it's games as a service that a live service game, and you're not just getting a game like you used to pay for it. So it's like, so now your $60 purchase, is it really $60 or is it now like $120 because of all the other add-ons?
Definitely.
Yeah. It depends. It depends.
You're encroaching at a lot more.
If I love the game, i.e., the last game I bought DLC for was Spider-Man. I bought it last year, November-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Like I waited for all the DLC to come out, and then I bought the expansion pass. Was it worth the extra $20? Fuck yeah, that game is awesome, dude. Like, but I hate like I bought Fallout 4.
Correct.
And I bought the deluxe edition, and it came with all the DLC and all that other bullshit, right? And I've never gone through it. I played through Fallout 4
the Far
once.
Harbor and all that stuff.
I didn't play it because I played Fallout 4 and I hated it. Like I absolutely hated the game. Like I've been waiting for a mod that makes it like Fallout 3 where things, you know what I mean? Like the perk system sucked in Fallout 4.
Just play the Outer Worlds.
Just play Outer Worlds because it was just so much better.
Play
Outer
Outer
Worlds
Worlds.
is great
Or Mass Effect
compared
2.
or Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 3 for that matter.
Yeah, but see, I think that's a little bit more different still than what I'm talking about, because that's more like an add-on where like the games as a service is like, okay, now we're in Christmas time. Now we're gonna do Christmas themed stuff.
Yeah, but they never make you pay for that.
But it's still something like that you're one way or another you are paying for that.
How so? Because like we played WoW, we played Guild Wars 2 together, me and you, and that content is always free. All you have to do is work for it.
Yeah, well, you're paying part of a monthly subscription there,
right? But that monthly subscription is a different beast, though.
Yeah,
that monthly subscription that needs to go away. But if you want to pay for it, you can to get extra benefits, but also let me buy the game at a higher price, like if a game like Final Fantasy 14 is an MMO, right? I haven't played it whatsoever, but my buddy bought it. He said, "Oh, it had the game with all the expansion passes or whatever, and it was like $30 PlayStation on sale during Christmas time." So I bought it. I've been playing it or whatever, And I was like, did you buy the subscription or whatever? He goes, no, I've just been fucking going through it or whatever. You can pay for the subscription, but you can also not.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas WoW doesn't give you the option.
No.
Guild Wars, all they ask is that you buy the expansions. You buy the full game,
Yeah, correct.
and then you buy the expansions. And then if you want to buy microtransactions, you get cooler shit. You get
Extra
better
bank slots.
You get better dyes. You get better better
customized options.
an indefinite axe pick to harvest wood. You get a better scythe to harvest plants. You get a better, I prefer the Guild Wars 2 model for me because if I want to pay for something, I can. I prefer that, the Final Fantasy 14 and the Guild Wars 2 model, as opposed to the WoW model, whereas, hey, we're keeping this service up for you, so keep paying us money, and hopefully you'll forget about it one day and not check your bank
And
statement.
just let it roll,
Yeah.
Well, the thing is for me, when as games games as a service, that if you love playing a game, my opinion is, if you love playing a game, if there's a $15 subscription a month, hey, you know what? It's my hobby. I love playing this game. I get to enjoy it with a lot, some online friends that I've met,
Right.
that I know that have a like mind, and we do this. We get together on the night, we play for 2 hours, and do something.
Right.
That's great. The thing is, I can't commit to a game like that. I am not a fan of games of service because if I want to play Destiny, if I want to try to get into Destiny, yes, I could buy it get it for free now. But then the thing is, if I jump in there, hey, Miles, I'm gonna join your crew. Let's go. Hey, dude, your eye level's not up there, bro.
Yeah, you're not.
You have to go grind. Really? Like, yeah. So it's like, it's hard for me to try to get into a game of service that's always having out content and pushing things because I'm not at that point. And the thing is, I don't have time to get there, But like I said, on the backside of the coin, if you love that and if you that's what you enjoy doing it, the $15
and maybe it's just something in my head because like, see, on subscription-based games, I classify those separate too. Then, so maybe it's just something in my head. That's maybe.
Yeah.
But like, I prefer a game where, like, if they have DLC, then I can buy the DLC or not. I prefer that.
Yes.
Like, I can do that or not. If I enjoy the game, like, what makes me, what angers me sometimes is that, like, with Witcher, which I consider the best game of the decade, right? I consider that the best game of 2010 to 2020.
I'm restarting that, by the way, because I've never really played it all the way.
It's a great, phenomenal game.
Don't
However,
the HD
whenever you bought it on launch day, it was just the base game, and I beat the base game before DLC 1, DLC 2. Well, there was 16 DLCs that were free.
Yeah, it brought
There was a bunch of bullshit. It was a bunch of like cosmetic stuff. It wasn't
like
any big deal,
soundtrack
right?
and all that.
Right. And then what they ended up doing was they ended up releasing 2 expansions, right? And these 2 expansions I've never played. I have them because I love the game. I purchased the expansion pass and all that stuff. But the thing is, I had already beat the game. And in order for me to go through expansion pass, now I got to go through 150 hours of content again.
Right beginning.
I have to.
Yeah.
You can, as a substitute, go into the direct expansion, Blood of Wine or whatever it is. You can go into that expansion if you want to. But for me, I want to build my character. I want to work all the way up to there. So I can never jump into an expansion. Like, I have to do it. And like, I have it on my computer right now, and it pisses me off that fucking the expansion like I get it, they can't do it. They have to release the game. It has to go gold. It has to release out to the public. Whatever they have to do, they have to put out the game. But what makes me mad is like, fuck, like I've already beat the game, and now I've got to wait for the now I've got to wait, and then I got to do it again unless, like Fallout 3 originally, when you beat the game, they killed your character. That was the end of the game. You died. And then
spoilers.
That was the end of the game. Yeah. But now, whenever you beat the game, you stay alive.
So before the boss, do a little separate save file.
There wasn't even a boss, bro. It wasn't even a boss. You went into a room, you flipped the switch, it turned on clean water, but it killed you with the radiation. That was the end of Fallout 3. Sorry for the spoiler alert, guys. It's been 10 years. Welcome to the club.
Right.
So that was the whole thing, right? So now what you would do is you would flip the switch, you go unconscious, you wake up, and then you can continue your questing, right? Perfect. You got all this other stuff. But before all the DLC came out, that was it. It was over. The game was over. The credits roll, everything.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing. Bethesda games, whatever. And then everybody's like, the fuck? This is an open world game. Like, why am I going to die?
Yeah.
So they changed it around a little bit, and then they added in, the Brotherhood of Steel and some other stuff like the Alaska expansion pass and all this other stuff. They added in these different things, and then you could go into them even after you beat the game. And that's a game that I put 1,200 hours in on the Xbox 360.
That's a lot.
A lot of hours into that game. Not as much as my Diablo 2 and or my Path of Exile hours, but still a lot of hours nonetheless. So
Oblivion.
or Oblivion. So my whole problem is like I hate when it's a great game. Like I know it's a double-edged sword because it is a great game. I do want to play it again. But I don't want to play it again immediately after I just completed the game to play this expansion pass. Like this kind of.
I think that's a whole other kind of war.
Yeah,
kind of worms. Releasing DLC much later in the game because then you have to play the game again, like you just said, and relearning how to play a game. I mean, there's been so many times where I start a game, fall out, and then try to pick it up months later, be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you just want to start over.
Start
all
rolling
the way
off
from the
ledge,
beginning.
yeah.
Yes.
So
no.
that's a whole other 2-hour conversation right there.
That's another thing.
So, what do y'all think on the rumors of because this falls perfectly in there with Jedi Fallen Order getting some DLC.
What's gonna happen?
Because
it's their biggest. It's like their best-selling game. 8 million copies. Yeah.
So, and remember,
it was the MPDs. I think we talked about
customers don't want to play single-story games.
No, that's a whole EA. That's a whole EA Respawn conversation. Respawn didn't think it would do that well. EA didn't think it would do that well.
Well, they said single-player games
it's
were dead.
worthless, right? So it was one of their highest-selling games last year, and it only came out in October, November, somewhere around there.
No Frostbite, by the way.
No Frostbite,
and no Frostbite engine. Now, granted, the game is riddled with a lot of glitches and bugs and things like that.
I talked to Kevin about it, and I asked him, Kevin, did you come across any game-breaking glitches? He's like, no. So he actually, I guess his experience was a positive one because yes, I have heard people saying, yes, this game is bug-ridden, glitchy as fuck, and I'm falling through the world and everything. But I talked to Kevin about it, and he said he had a pleasant experience with it. So I'll take that at face value, you know.
Yeah, and then the other thing I would throw on that would be how much resources were probably actually put into this game versus something
versus
else that,
like Battlefront or Battlefield or something like that.
Were they like, okay, here's like $5 million, just do what you can.
Here's the IP.
Versus where Battlefront, okay, here's $100 million. Let's go ahead and do something with it.
Push it. I don't know, but the fact that if it did good. It was on MPDs. It sold well, and it just came out, I think, early October. I'm all for it, dude. I want games to succeed. I want these strong IPs to come out and keep supporting it. So
I'd be glad that they released DLC because I haven't played through the game yet.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know.
I have done like the first area into like the second mission.
Okay, yeah. So me and you probably in the same.
So I enjoy the game. I think the combat is engaging. It's fun. The story was pretty good. The voice acting is very good. The sound and the graphic design, it all looks phenomenal. It's a phenomenal looking game.
I heard the droid was the best character.
The
little droid that follows you.
He follows you around.
Yeah, I heard he was the best character.
He's pretty fucking dope. So I'm all right with them releasing DLC because I haven't completed the game yet. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But I'm also coming into that mind frame where I'm not going to get games like day one anymore. Because
bullshit, here comes Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy 7 and
Cyberpunk 2077.
See, but here's the thing. Like, I bought Resident Evil 2 day one. I beat it. Both stories. I didn't go the extent that Morris did, but I enjoyed the game because there's no DLC. There's no... And I can put it away. I can delete it off my hard drive. Keep on moving with my day unless I want to come back to the game and enjoy it one more time, right? Mm-hmm. I enjoy games like that where, hey, I know what I'm getting. But, like, you get a game like Fallout 4, and it's just like, oh, we may release some DLC.
Yeah,
here's 5 DLCs, guys.
Were you $30. Were you almost better off waiting 1 year and go ahead and get that Game of the Year edition?
And then you get the definitive edition, and then you get all the DLCs.
That's true.
It's like, why are you buying games day one anymore? Whenever you have 30 games in your fucking backlog.
The thing is, though, like I talked to Kevin. I talked to... Kevin and Ruben last week. Like when Final Fantasy 7 comes out, I don't think that's one game that you want to wait a year for the different edition.
No, because we're gonna be talking about it.
You want to be part of the conversation when that game comes out. You know that game is so huge that you want to. When we have our next podcast and you're on there, you want to be like, "Hey, I'm at this part. How are you?" You know, you don't want to be the guys like, "Spoilers, please." You don't want to be that guy, especially on this game. You know, so
the game's been out for a year, Mikhail.
Yeah, so you really have to pick and choose how if you want the whole definitive edition.
Of which crowd you want to be in. As a part of.
Yeah, it really matters.
Can you deal with? Okay, I'll deal with everybody telling me what the storyline is, or I'll see what they're talking about, and then play. Or do you want to be part of the initial rush? Man, have you gotten this part? Oh, how did you play this part? Because I did this. And,
you did
and
that part? Like, oh shit!
Yeah.
You know, you want to be part of that part, that conversation. So I mean, especially a game like that where the Cyberpunks and your Final Fantasy and your
Final Fantasy, Cyberpunk, both day one buys.
Exactly, they have to be, dude.
But I'm saying for a game that I do want, that I'm hyped for, I don't see me buying it day one anymore. Like I'm gonna kind of wait it out because I do have a lot of games on my backlog. I do want to complete them.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to the games of service, we got to talk about Pokemon Home. Did you hear about this?
I'll let you talk all you want because I play Pokemon as a casual standpoint. I know some people love the whole Pokemon breeding and battling. That's a whole different animal for me, you know. I'm just the newbie. I just come in there. I just want to be a 10-year-old boy going around collecting Pokemon and collecting badges. That's what I want to do, you know, and I'm happy with that. But when it comes to the whole, I want to get my Pokemon from 5 years ago that have the good stats that are shining. Yeah, bro, I'm lost.
So Pokemon Home announced their pay model.
Yep.
And it's gonna be $15 a year.
Okay, a year.
And there is a free
baseline.
Can you really
economical?
It's so stupid.
Yeah, no, it's
this
not,
is a money grab from all money grabs, dude.
It's not free.
It's not free.
It's not free. It's not even worth it free.
So,
it's not worth it.
So Pokemon Home gets a release date, I believe, in February, if I'm not mistaken.
Just in time for the DLC?
Just in time for the DLC. That is correct.
Yeah.
Because whenever they announce all the additional Pokemon that are coming out, and then you can transfer Pokemon all the way from Ruby and Sapphire
from your
the way up.
other consoles.
Yeah. So that's all coming. That's all coming to Pokemon. I kind of want to. It seems like too much for me. Like I kind of want to step back from it. Like I don't want to play Pokemon anymore. Like I enjoyed Pokemon Sword and Shield. I enjoyed the open world, the three open areas that it had. But to be honest, it was a straight line.
The wild areas was your open part. You know, that was open part. The rest of the part was very, you know,
linear.
No, but I'm just talking about the story in general.
Well, the story is very simple.
The story,
like, hey,
but before it used to be, you go to Palatown, you go to Viridian City. You can't do the gym there at Viridian City, so you got to skip to the next one.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you got to go get the ground badge, and then you get the water badge, and then you go up to Bill. You meet Bill. Dude, I fucking remember this shit. And then you go back over here, and then you go over here, and you go over here, and then you go over here, and then you're not doing
first Pokemon.
You're not doing this.
You're like, go to the Ghost Tower. Before you go to the gym, you gotta go to the Ghost Tower. Go find what's you find out the little Cubone, his mother died, and he's haunted. Like that was sad, you know. And then you have to you gotta go to Silphco to find the magnifying the special glass to help you find the proper ghost. And then you have to go to the power station. Like I like how there was these secret areas that you go around and find.
That wasn't in this game.
Yeah, this game was
straight
gym.
Straight through the line. Straight through the line. Nothing.
It's another game I have, but I haven't even got a chance to play it.
It's fun. For what it is, it's fun. I like collecting these creatures and trying to get their abilities.
Yes.
And that's where I like it. And that's where I'm okay with just leaving at that point.
So I did complete it. I rated it at a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a solid game.
I like 7s. I'm good with 7s.
I'm fine with 7. It was worth my money. It was worth my money to go through and play it to enjoy this new experience. However, that's one of the things that bothered me about it was like it was basically a straight line. Like I was just going from here. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go here, and then as soon as you open up the menu now, like with the new update, there's the expansion pass purchase at the bottom, add, and then there's like, hey, you need to go here. Like it didn't used to be like that. Like if you got lost in Pokemon Red.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. You got fucking lost. Figure it out.
You better go GameFAQs.
Figure it out.
Go to
there wasn't GameFAQs back in Pokemon Red.
A dial-up,
Let me log on real quick.
Go to AOL.com, bro.
Yep.
Go to the forums.
So that was just like my biggest gripe with it. It was too linear, and it's too much. Like now I'm gonna bring in Pokemon from the outside world that you couldn't afford to put in the game. Because it would cost too much money because you got to make all these moves. Go fuck yourself, Game Freak. Because that's bullshit.
It's all along the same way the Gold Pass is on Mario Kart Tour. for the mobile. Yeah.
Oh.
I heard
Like,
that was so scummy.
Doesn't really need to be there.
I heard it was
just
so
a
scummy.
limiting. Yeah, it's just a limit. And like this whole thing with the like you're saying, Pokemon Home is like, okay, free version. You can store 30 Pokemon.
Oh no! Out of
800?
700
Yeah.
Pokemon.
But if you pay for it, you can store 6,000 Pokemon,
Jesus
and you
Christ.
can move them at any time you want. Whereas with
But the thing is, like, if
the
you wanted
free
to-
version, you can only store them. You can't move them.
right, if you wanted
So-
to move them from Pokemon, hold on.
Well, even
Flowchart.
from even from just trying to move them from Let's Go Pikachu, all you can do is just bring them into the Pokemon Home, and you can't move them out.
Really? They just sit
Yeah.
there?
Yep. You can't. You have to
If
pay
you-
for
you
being
have
able
to
to
pay
pull them
for
out.
it. So here's your
And then-
flowchart.
Oh, God.
And then the other thing is, and of course, right now you can only move in the ones that are actually in game. But the thing is, you already know what's going to happen.
Right.
All of them are going to be eventually into the Switch version
So
of Sword and Shield or Part 2, whatever they want to call it. Whenever
you
they add
have
those.
the Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Fire Green. You can move into Pearl, Diamond, Platinum, whatever the fuck ever, and then those go into Black, White, and Black Z, or Black 2 and White 2. And then those go into the Pokemon Bank, which you also have to pay for, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, that's part of the 15
Pokemon
bucks.
Bank is going to be going away. It's going to be your Pokemon Home.
Pokemon. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, because
Yeah.
it says you have to transfer into the bank,
Yeah,
and then
yes,
you have to
correct.
transfer into home, right?
Correct, yes.
So and then,
But the bank,
from-
you can only hold 30 Pokemon now.
oh okay,
That's part of Pokemon Home.
oh, okay. So Pokemon X and Y, Omega Ruby, Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and then all this other bullshit, Silver, Gold.
Oh, all the old versions, yeah.
virtual consoles, they move up into that bank, and then from the bank you go to Pokemon Home, which gets Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon Go, and then those can go into Sword and Shield, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Only 200. Only 200.
So as of right now,
Okay.
Because
And you gotta
of-
pay for a DLC
yeah,
pass.
correct, and that's gonna add some. But my question is because I have Let's Go Pikachu,
Right, I got that.
which I haven't even played. I brought it for the kids to play.
Jesus Christ, so easy.
But let's say if you bought both versions, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield,
Uh-huh.
is there any way that the save files interact with each other, or
They
no,
don't
you-
interact with each other, but you can trade with each other.
They can trade
Yeah,
within
you-
the same console
Because
somehow.
me and Mikkel traded on Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Because she
But-
has
but
Eevee, I had
see-
Pikachu.
Yeah, so you do have to have separate switches then.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So
You've always had to do that ever since
Yeah,
the
so
Pokemon
you-
Red and Blue days.
see, that's one thing I think that they need to figure out how to fix that.
Yeah.
That
I
that needs
should
to
be
be
able to
included.
transfer- yeah, they should
That needs
be-
to be included at Pokemon Home service.
You
where
should be able to send it to a specific IP address or something.
or where they can figure it out. They got that Pokemon Home where okay on this save game can now be attached to that Pokemon Home, and now you can transfer them within your own
Yeah,
account.
that'll work. That'll work.
I don't know,
But-
or maybe that's what it does.
Speaking of Pokemon, Twitter blew up the other day. I don't know if you saw this, bro. Twitter blew up
On.
because Ash Ketchum finally caught a Dragonite. He finally caught a Dragonite.
After 22 years.
Did he
After-
finally become Pokemon champion after 22 years?
Yeah, like a while back. But he finally caught the big deal that everybody was talking about is in the Japanese anime, because it's not even in America yet.
Not canon.
It's not canon.
It's not-
I mean, it is canon,
It's
but
canon,
it
but
isn't
not-
here. It isn't Americanized
here,
yet.
Ain't
He
dubbed.
actually caught a Dragonite after so long.
That's
So-
good. I'm
I thought that was hilarious that people were fucking like, oh my god, he got a Dragonite. It was like, oh, okay. Like, he's got a
He got a
Charizard.
Stop sharing.
Like, he's got, all these other Pokemon, but he finally caught a Dragonite. So that was a big deal.
Speaking of
apparently.
cartoons and animated series,
Oh,
Mortal
shit.
Kombat is they're making
Free to
Warner
play.
Brothers free to play
Free to play. Freemium.
live service fighting game.
Yeah.
Premium. No, Warner Brothers, they're making a animated movie for Mortal Kombat Legends.
Nice.
I know at the current level right now at Mortal Kombat 11, they've gone through several time changes where they had to like rewipe.
Right. They
Right
did
on.
that
Wipe
with the
down,
last,
you know, the-
Yeah.
two ago, I think.
So they did that already. But if I remember when the game was first coming out, it was between Outer Realm and Earth. Outworld.
Outworld.
You know, that was a battle. That this fight happens every 1,000 years or whatever.
You're right.
If Warner Brothers is getting a hold of that IP with their animation, because I love a lot of their DC, movies, animated movies. So I think that'll be cool to watch. Just watching Mortal Kombat, a video game movie or animated movie. So that was a bit. I saw that. I was like, okay, that's not too bad.
What is the movie that's coming out that is it's actually gonna be rated R? Is that a? It's not the Deadpool. It's a. Is it a Mortal Kombat or something? It's
like a
something
video game movie?
Yeah, I thought it was a video game movie, but it's gonna have like a R rating. You said Mortal Kombat, so I was thinking that was it.
There was one series on YouTube that was done
The Witcher
really well with it was just like a fan made Mortal Kombat thing that was phenomenal. They actually hired some of the old actors to do the stuff, and then there was another one. I don't know if it was the same people, but they also did one with the Power Rangers where they hired a bunch of like the old Power Rangers and they had them do like this very dark.
I think I remember seeing some of that
Power Ranger series. It was fucking dope.
Like some fan fiction, and they got what they got it. Somebody in Hollywood was like, or not Hollywood, but someone was like, hey, this is actually.
And then they made the movie, and then the movie fucking sucked. So.
Oh, the new one.
The newest one.
That was Elizabeth Banks, the director, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you see what happens with Charlie Angels because that shit flopped.
That's because men don't understand.
Fucking Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth doesn't understand. What's wrong with Chris Hemsworth?
So the other couple things I want to talk to you about, Rick, is fucking Byleth. Did you get a chance to play Byleth at all?
That's another thing. What I'm upset about that I didn't make time for. Is that I wanted to play Byleth.
Can we play a couple matches before you leave tonight?
No, because I gotta go home. I still gotta exercise and I gotta wake up early.
I'll get you. We got weights right here. I'll work out with you right now. Excuses are like assholes.
Everybody got at least one.
Everybody got one, bro.
Everybody got one. No, but I did want to try him out. He looks like fun. I think he just looks.
He or she. Shit. Shit.
We'll just call him Bile.
Bile
for short. Bile's the name. How was it? I know you said you played some games against Cineroar. CPU in Cineroar.
Yeah, I was playing against a CPU rank 9, a level 9 CPU. And Byleth is...
Wait, did you play male Byleth or female Byleth?
Male.
Nice.
Byleth is strong. However, to me, he's a little slow.
Okay.
His recovery is great. Some of his actions, like I said, they're just a little on the slow side for me. I'm way more preferring Terry right now.
Like a lot of his moves have like big startup and stuff.
Yeah, the down B has like a super long startup. I think it's 2.5 seconds, and it's the one where the overhead overhead acts. So he charges it up. He's got an armor, and then he comes down, and it's got splash damage and all that stuff. His back air is godlike because it goes legit like real good distance. His solo B takes a long time to charge. It's like a B press. It's a bow charge. You can just tap, and it's a shot, like
kind of like Link,
kind of like that, but it doesn't arc. It's just a straight shot. And then if you charge it, it'll kill a medium-sized character.
Yeah, I remember Sakurai was talking about like, man, once you're committed, you better be committed because this thing's he's gonna.
It's hard.
And then, it's gonna go flying.
He's got a lot of charge stuff. I'm not a big fan of his up B. People, as an attack.
Yeah.
As a recovery, it's great, but. A big fan of his up B, you can't combo into it. So like, if you do like a jab up B, it doesn't really work. They can roll out.
What about down throw up B?
Down throw up B's okay, but it's not Joker.
Well, it's still day one. I mean, we have to
sit
down.
It's not day one, but yeah.
Okay, well, you put what, maybe 3 hours worth of game.
I put about 2 hours with him,
and not against any live opponents. So maybe next time we get together, we could just sit down and actually try him out. Because like I said, I it's hard for me. I know it's copping out. It's hard for me to pick up a new character and just play with them. Like, I could do the arcade mode. Okay, cool. I could go to the training mode and just be like, okay, this is the moves, and then I'll just sit there and be like,
well, yeah. I enjoy him. I want more work with him. I think he's a lot stronger than, let's say, Crom or
some of the
other sword boys.
Yeah,
I think he is stronger, but I do need more time with him. I do enjoy him. but the reason why I brought up the whole I played against a CPU Incineroar is because me and Steven like to play each other a lot, right?
Oh, definitely.
So I was trying to see how a CPU level 9 Incineroar played as to what Steven played as. And Steven likes to throw out the Lariat a lot. And this motherfuckered CPU, bro, does not give a fuck about anything.
No.
Like, it is neutral airing all the time. It is grabbing you all the time. It is doing the fucking off the ropes all the time. It is doing anything like to dodge. Like, it's doing fucking feints.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Spot dodges?
Spot dodge.
Yeah.
Spot dodging on your ass. It's fucking jumping over your shit like fucking. Dude, it is beast mode. I was like, God damn, get the fuck away from me. Like, I couldn't get a combo in. Like, I couldn't block anything. I was like, get the fuck out of here. But that's why I was playing in Incineroar. Also, I wanted a heavy character, and I also wanted somebody that could grab.
Yeah.
As a Byleth. Byleth is a fun character. I think he will be low B, high C tier at best. But he is better. He is better to me. To me, he's better than Roy. He's better than Lucina or
some of the other Fire Emblem characters.
Fire Emblem characters.
Okay.
To me, he is.
Yeah, I want to sit down and play with them. Hopefully Saturday. Like, I gotta run some errands during the day, but
yeah, let me know.
Saturday evening, I'm just gonna just relax.
Let me know because the missus is
see.
working until midnight.
So I don't know. I gonna. I mean, I didn't want to do anything tonight. I mean, that's why I kind of wanted to hang out tonight because I messaged Castro during like Thursday around noon. I was like, okay, it's be Friday night. I don't want to hang out in the garage. It's gonna be cold as shit. And I know Juan might be busy Saturday with the family. Sunday, the Super Bowl's going on, so
yeah,
I know
nobody's doing
we're gonna be
shit
busy
Sunday,
for that. So I was like, Juan, it's literally down the street. Can we borrow you for an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe?
Hour 20 so far.
Hour 20. Who cares? Borrow you for for a while and and hang out and just chit chat. Like, yeah, might as well.
Just to know.
So yeah,
on the record, I was promised strippers.
Oh,
not here yet.
God. Not at all.
Oh my God.
I guess I must have made that up myself.
Yeah.
Then, huh?
Yeah.
So I got a couple of other quick things. If we want to run through them, since we are an hour 20 in.
Let's fire.
Yeah, we've
Owen-
been off track a little bit.
Owen Wilson was cast in the new Loki series by Disney Plus. Undisclosed role. He is just gonna be in the show Loki with Tom Hiddleston. So Owen Wilson did get cast. I thought that was a strange casting.
Wait, so it's gonna be Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson will be in the show. They haven't said who he will play.
Okay, he'll be in the show. Okay,
Yes.
I thought he'll be. Okay, when you say he'll be in Loki, I mean like as Loki.
No,
not in the show Loki.
Tom Hiddleston will be
Okay.
still Loki.
Okay.
It's just that Owen Wilson got cast in the show, which I
Well.
thought was a weird thing because, he's more of a comedic type actor.
We seen what movie he was really funny in?
Wedding Crashers.
The Wedding Crashers. The other one where
I know he's got a dick nose.
he does it's all lumpy and shit. We're all frat boys. Him and Will Ferrell.
Oh, old school.
Yeah,
No,
old
that
school.
was Luke Wilson.
No,
Luke,
that was his brother.
his brother. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Old school. Oh, Frank
Starsky and Hutch. Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, we gotta watch it.
Yeah, he was in
Wait.
Starsky and Hutch.
That's
he was
right.
in
A whole bunch of things.
Wedding
Yeah,
Crashers.
a
A
whole
bunch of
bunch
stuff.
of things,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
It's cool.
Cars 1 and 2.
That's
and
right.
3.
He played Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's in a bunch of kapow. So he's gonna be a character in the new one. The other thing that I have is there's a new update to Death Stranding today. I know you completed it,
I saw that.
but what they did is they took away one of the animations you can turn off.
That's fucking annoying.
Yeah, whenever you come up against a BT or one of the ghosts or whatever you want to call it, there used to be an animation where like gameplay would stop, your little fucking machine would come out and like do this
Odrick
whole
machine, I think
number.
it's called.
What's it called?
Odrick, some of that.
Odrick. So your Odrick would come out and would do this little search motion. It's like, oh shit, there's something around you, and then like so gameplay would be halted for like 30 seconds.
Oh, gosh.
And then like you could then move around. But so like now what they're doing is like you can actually take that animation completely out and it kind of smooths the gameplay a little bit. So that did come out.
But there would be an alert or something still in this place?
It was,
Yeah, it still comes out and it still does its thing.
but you're able to move.
But you're able to move as it happens.
Yeah.
It's just not an animation like a
it's not
cinematic.
stop. Yeah, it's
Like,
not
cinematic.
stop.
I liked it at first. I thought it was cool, and after a while, I was like,
Stop.
I
Okay,
know,
stop.
I know.
Got
It
it.
literally says
Yeah.
my area says you're gonna go through middle BT. Like if they just started doing it like at random sometimes, I've been okay with that. But yeah, now that they're just giving the option to opt out,
Yeah, that's good.
way better. Yeah,
Good
because I was
stuff.
like, okay, I know I'm going there.
Um,
so yeah.
The other thing that I had was, I don't know if you ever played Alien Hominid back in the day. It was
Heard
a
of it.
Flash game that came out on like Newgrounds, and then it got like a little release here and there.
No.
But Behemoth Games, the makers of Fat Princess and
That person sounds familiar. I've heard that name before.
Castle Crashers.
PSP.
Okay, Castle Crashers. Yeah.
All those games, the Behemoth games, they have like the was it Block, like Battle Block something? I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, one of my favorite like 2D cartoon style developers. They said that they got a new Alien Hominid game coming out. Alien Hominid was great. It was like a little platformer shooter type game. They said that they got something in the works for that.
It'll probably come out on the Switch, so that'd be good for me.
I'm all about it, dude.
Yeah, I love the Switch.
And then the other thing was, speaking of Switch, did you see the new Animal Crossing Switch?
Look cool. I like the colors.
I like the colors.
I like the
The
cool.
dot
See,
and the color scheme.
The
Good.
colors are pretty close to the colors of the Switch that came out for the Pokemon Sword and Shield, the
Yeah.
T whatever the name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at those colors. I like it.
I kind of want to buy it, dude. I kind of want a second Switch.
It's coming out March 3rd, and
March
if you buy it, you get a code for the game when it comes out on the 20th.
You don't even get the game.
No, yeah, you just get a code, so when it comes out, you get it.
Yeah, you get something to download.
Yeah. Real quick news also. Nintendo just straight up says there will be no new Switch models planned for 2020. Just straight up.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they said.
But
So,
but they're gonna release a brand new color scheme.
with a whole new different SKU.
Yeah. We're gonna release.
Well, like I said, beefier model.
And that's why that's one of the things been holding me back from buying another one. It's like, okay, is that other model coming? Is it not?
Yes.
Because it's nice the different colors and all that, but if the other model's coming, I mean, I'm gonna be paying about the same or a
little bit extra.
plus or minus $75.
Right.
You know, it's like
I could wait. Yeah.
I'll hold off, but
I agree.
with them confirming that, it's like, okay, do I really need the second one? Do I really want that?
Yeah.
I do want a
But-
second one.
Yeah,
I do want a more powerful one though, but that's what I'm holding out for.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for
and
mine to
that's-
break. I'm waiting for it to break and or the battery to die or something to
Mine's
happen
on the
with
my battery's on the way out.
Yeah,
my
so
battery's
like
on the way
I'm
out.
ready
Yeah.
to buy a new one.
Yeah.
Like if that happens, but
Mhm.
I don't want just a different color scheme. I want some new features. I want
beefier, yeah.
something beefier. Like there was some
at least
there
full
was some talk.
1080p all the time.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There was
yes.
some talk about I think earlier today there was like a survey or something that went out to a bunch of people and they said that they want the ability to stream PS4 games to the Switch.
What the heck?
more
kinda like-
integration. More integration.
Well, more integration, so like a lot of people would prefer that. So like instead of having a PSP where like the controls are shit and like the screen is small,
Yeah.
because that's
Mhm.
what it is. It
Yeah.
is. It's just a small PlayStation. It's fine, but it's not the same. It's like, okay, we can just move it over to the Switch and still have like the second screen and
Mhm.
this and that. So there was a survey that went out that suggested that was the way that PlayStation owners wanted it to go. And to be fair, I'm fine with it.
Yes.
It is an NVIDIA architecture, and I wish that you could stream from PC to the Switch. That would be cool too, because I got my controller just built
Mhm.
into it, and I could do that as well. All these things would be nice. Now, whether Nintendo wants to do it or not,
But they want to play ball.
yeah, that's
No.
beside.
Well, I don't think Nintendo would be opposed to it. It's always going to come back to Sony always wanting a. Oh well, let's try to re-release the PSP, whatever,
The Vita?
Vista or whatever. Yeah,
Vita?
Vista. Yeah,
Pita?
they're gonna try to
Pita.
try to do something like that. That's what I'd be afraid of.
Probably.
It's like, but I have all the stuff on Switch, and they never really. Well, they try to embrace the Vita. It just didn't catch
It's-
on properly.
catch on.
It's just so funny to me how like the least performing console is my favorite console of the generation, and it came out 2 or 3 years, 5 years late.
What about the Vita?
No, I'm talking about the Switch.
Oh, the Switch.
The Switch came out like 5 years late.
It came out like halfway through the cycle because it was coming around right during the pro models of the
right.
Xbox One.
The
and
Pro models were well and gone, dude.
the pro models came out around. I want to say 20.
Because we bought ours 6 months in or 8 months in, something like that.
What's about? Oh, the Switches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Switches. Yeah.
So that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah, and the Pro model,
So-
the PlayStation Pro came around I want to say 2017. That's the same year when it was Aloy, Horizon Zero Dawn,
Horizon Zero Dawn,
yes.
and Breath of the Wild were both for Game of the Year. That's when those
Yes.
came out. Yeah.
I bought mine in 2018,
Yeah.
my Pro. But I mean, they are late, very late, and it's my favorite console of the generation.
I think Nintendo's fine with being the oddball. That they know they have underpowered consoles, but it's they're
that portability.
Yes, the portability and the way.
Dude, hell yes.
The being able to just go, and I mean that's one of the things where like the PlayStation it kind of lacks where like. Yeah, it looks great and stuff, but I mean, sometimes you just want to get up and go.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's
100%.
like, man,
there's a lot of times where like I'm playing a game and Mikhail's like, "All right, ready to go lay down?" Okay, I just grab my Switch and I just
take it with you.
I just take my Switch and I just play, before I go to sleep. Which I forgot to mention, guys. I have been playing a shit ton of Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah, you have.
There's a demo. There's a demo on this Nintendo Switch. It's it's pretty fucking long. If I would say download it and play Dragon Quest 11 because that game is. So fun.
Did you finally go back to the original Dragon Quest 11 version?
Yeah. Because I was playing the 2D mode. I was like, it looks cool, but then when you go to combat, you don't see your characters. You just see like menus. I'm like,
yeah, that's lame.
That's not too cool. I mean,
I did take off. I did like on 3 houses. I did take off the combat animations.
Did you?
Yeah, because
just kind
of speed it up. Because like you go, like whenever you go into a battle, like whenever 2 enemies meet, it goes. Like, I want to attack this character, so they go into attack. So the camera goes from top down, and it zooms in. And then they do, like, the attack animation, and then it zooms back out.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever, right? So, like, I went to combat. Like, I went to turn off combat animations or whatever. And so I took them off, and it's just, like, they go up, whack, and then...
You see numbers?
You just see numbers, and then you keep going, which is probably why I passed up Mikhail a long time ago.
Yeah.
So yeah,
saves a little bit of time, but it speeds it up.
But yeah, it speeded it up, and it's just like I just didn't want to go. The only time it goes into like the personal model is whenever you heal somebody. So if you do like your heal or
a pot or
something like that, it goes into the character, and then they heal, and then like it goes away. But it's like every once in a while. It's not a big deal. So that's the only time. But yeah, so. Man, it's a good game. I'm having fun. It's too much weeb shit for me.
I'm gonna play it, but first I'm gonna play Dragon Quest 11.
Dragon Quest 11.
I'm sitting down with that one. I told Mikhail I need to be playing fucking Fire Emblem because you're in there, and that should be a game that we could fucking play and then like actually have like a spoiler cast and just discuss it.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Well. Yeah, I mean, we'll have a.
Hopefully, I'll remember shit whenever you actually beat it.
It'll be 7. That's gonna be the next game.
Final Fantasy 7. Yeah. Final Fantasy 7 is gonna come out. We're gonna forget all about it.
Yeah, that's what happens. So. That's about it on my end.
I've got a couple more.
Sure.
Thronebreaker, excuse me. For The Witcher, got released on the Switch, and Metro Exodus getting a second expansion on February 11th. Which is a game on my backlog that I need to beat and do all that stuff. So I'm kind of glad that the DLC is coming out before I've actually beaten it. Not sure if y'all played Metro Exodus at all.
No.
Right?
I think I bought it just so I could do the benchmarking.
The benchmarks, bro.
Benchmark.
That game is the new Crisis. That's the hardest game to do.
Okay.
And then the last thing was Google and Activision Blizzard signed an esports deal. That was supposedly a big deal.
God damn it!
Ask Twitch how that worked out for them.
Right. So they signed like a cloud deal where they're gonna like stream their.
I know we're pushing late on time, guys, but okay. There's 2 subjects I want to just bring up real quick.
Go ahead.
We're lightning round. Has Stadia gotten any? Have they said anything? Have they announced anything on the Reddit?
What's the Stadia?
I've heard they gone completely silent.
Oh yeah.
Well, they did.
Nothing.
They did announce that there is a game that's coming. No, they're getting a game that's coming out. It's supposed to be coming out here in the next couple of days. Whenever they're having their next little update.
Okay.
They're adding one more game, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and the whole.
I know you're trying to close the shop.
No.
So it's like no, I'm plugged.
Longest show in a while.
Yeah, I'm plugged, man. So that just goes to show like. Xbox the Game Pass they also just released some more games for their Xbox Game Pass, so
yeah, they did.
It's just gonna say it's just kind of like what you got, Google.
Yeah, really with the whole games games with gold and stuff.
The Xbox Game Pass is pretty solid. I haven't actually been a part of that just yet because I'm trying to complete all
my own games already.
I got the own games that I have to complete, but once I'm done I think that's going to be a part of the things as the services because the Apple games is
That's right.
Apple Arcade's pretty dope.
That's right. That's
Pretty
right.
dope.
Well, you had talked about that earlier, and before I forget about the other one.
Go ahead.
I also signed up for like the Google Play version of it.
Yeah.
But I got it on, like, they had like a promotion discount, which was like $2-3 or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll try it out, and definitely not as many games as I thought it was gonna be on there, but
Yeah.
it looks like they're adding
You
some.
try it out.
And
I mean,
Nothing wrong with
what I
that.
like about it is, like, at least all the games don't have all the ads, so at least I can play them.
That's
and-
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
so
And you probably
I
spend
do
$3
like
on
that.
and I'm not a
Yeah.
mobile gamer, but Cat Quest 2 is a full game that
Mm.
is released on the Switch. It's released on PC.
You can just pay on your tablet.
The Devolver game is coming out on PC. That's a full game.
Mhm.
What the Golf is a full game. Like, these aren't games with ads. These are full games. Oh, I'll just pay $5 and I'll play
Mhm.
whenever I want. I can
Yeah,
download them whenever I want.
KOTOR is on there as part of the Play Pass, so
Oh, on
Yeah.
the Android one?
yes, on the Android one.
Nice, dude. So you're gonna pick that up?
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna just go ahead and do it on the Android, and
hell yeah, dude!
So-
Everybody needs to play that game. If you have not played
Kotar.
KOTOR, you need to play it because it is so good. What was the other
The
thing
last
you wanted to
subject
mention?
is Overwatch League is having problems hosting events in China because of the whole coronavirus.
What's that? Is that a beer virus?
No, not at all, dude. They call it coronavirus because when you look at the actual molecule, it has a little point looking like a crown.
Yeah.
That's what they call it, the coronavirus. But since it's in China, they have halted
Yeah, they canceled it
stuff
out.
for in February and March. I just think that's, And I was talking to my
uh,
coworker about he wanted to go Eddie Bravo and go conspiracy theory on my ass. I'm like, Johnny, we can't go conspiracy theories. We gotta go
Eddie
fucking
Bravo.
work. Yeah, he wanted to go fucking conspiracy.
You know what the
theory.
worst
Just
part of
tell
that?
them-
You know
tell
what the
them
worst
don't try
part of
no
that?
bat soups, man.
You know what the worst part of that virus is? Is how much shit that I touch all day,
soils,
every day.
dirty stuff.
People that wipe their
that blow their
mouth.
nose and everything.
Yeah.
And toss it
You
in
want to
there.
know what type of shit that I touch all
Oh
day?
no, dude.
So I'll be the first motherfucker to get coronavirus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
And this
it's,
motherfucker, bro, I'll give a
So
shit.
yeah, that was my last two subjects. I got something else, but I'm going to save that for next week.
No,
That's
bring
fine.
it up, dude. We're here.
Let's get it.
We're here.
Okay.
I'm here. Let's go.
only 10 o'clock.
Game time,
So
baby.
so Rick and Morty, they season 4, they're on hiatus now.
Yeah.
No word on when they're gonna come back, but
They have to do
Mikhail-
2 more seasons after
Mikhail
season 4.
sent me a little link that they are gonna go with some comics, some comic books, that little spin-off adventures.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm not big into comic books myself, but
I've always wanted to be. My dad raised me to be big into comics. If you go to my dad's house right now, there's like 6 of those fucking big white boxes
they're just filled up. Yeah.
of all these amazing, like, episode 0s or issue 0s, issue 1s that are like probably pretty rare now. You know what I mean? Like I was raised on that stuff. Like, my dad used to take me to the comic book store on Wednesdays when the comic book
When they come out.
release.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like he would have me on Wednesday night. He's like, let's hit up the comic book store. And that's when I would go up there, and the comic book store had Killer Instinct against the wall right
like
there.
Killer
You know what I
Instinct.
mean? I was young, dude. It was fun, man.
Yeah.
And I miss those days. Those days were really, really, really tight. And the whole problem that I have with getting into comics is that, like, if I wanted to get into a Captain America or an Iron Man or whatever, the name of fucking superhero doesn't
Correct.
matter. It's like, okay, I want to get into it right now, but here's the problem: is like they're halfway through this issue.
Through this
Like,
little arc that's going on
This
right now.
arc,
Yeah.
they're halfway
The-
through this arc, and I don't know the arc before it, and I don't know the arc before that, and I don't know the arc before
I
that,
agree.
and I don't know the arc
I
before
agree
that.
100%.
It's like now I can't enjoy it as much. So now I either have to pirate it, or I have to,
Was that Marvel Unlimited, whatever?
or
they
have the
had?
Marvel
yeah.
Unlimited, or find the books somewhere
yeah, it's-
aftermarket that are more expensive because
It's
they
gonna
are
be
more rare.
research. It's gonna be, you're gonna have to.
And
put
then I
some
have to
work
do
in
more
get to that.
research. It's like I do want to read more books. I'm on book 10 right now. I'm on the second book of Game of Thrones, and like I just don't see the time to have to read comics. Like, I don't
Mhm.
mind reading them, but I don't consider them books unless it's a graphic novel, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, but I would love to read them. That's the whole point that I was getting at. Is I would love to read them, but I feel like I wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not-
okay, Captain America's a black guy now.
yeah,
Thor's
it's,
a woman now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's
Like,
PC
Yeah, storyline.
Spider-Man's
Changes.
Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Like,
just changed.
you know what I mean? Like, where, how, what, huh?
Yeah.
Like, how do,
Where do you jump in?
where do I jump in at? Tell me where to jump in. I want to jump in. So do I just wait? Do I follow a comic until a new story arc happens, and then I start right there, and then that's what happens? But then I gotta wait.
Then you gotta hope that it's not
interest?
that it's independent enough that you don't have to rely on previous knowledge
Right.
of other stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So
Rick and Morty releasing comics is cool.
That's cool.
Because I can get into it.
But yeah, I was like,
But I prefer. Oh, geez, Rick.
Well, if you want to get into the comics for Rick and Morty, I think this will be the time to get into it while it's going to be fresh.
Right.
I think it's coming out in
Getting
April.
into it
so
fresh
you have
is
to do
always
it now.
better.
Yeah, like when it's first starting.
But also, when's HBO Max coming out?
Oh, for real, dude.
HBO Max comes out in March. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, so HBO Max, bro,
Uh-huh.
is a new streaming service.
Imagine all those good channels you like all in one place. That's what's going to be at.
So HBO Max is coming out, and it includes, of course, HBO.
Uh-huh.
It includes, Sesame Street, Looney Tunes. So it's got where's the fucking channel list here? Because it was like CW.
It's CW, Adult Swim.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's films. Nope. Goddamn.
Damn, get the movies too. So, but yeah, it's gonna be a whole bunch.
So I canceled.
So is it going to be part? Is this standalone?
It's gonna be a service.
Like
standalone.
HBO Go, whatever. Is it going to be standalone? Or do you have to have a cable subscription? And
I don't think you need
No,
a
you don't.
subscription.
It's a standalone streaming service.
Yeah.
And it was like Crunchyroll, Adult Swim, Cartoon Network, CW, Warner Brothers Studios, all of their shit.
Okay.
HBO itself, and a bunch of other like little.
Was it New Line Cinema or Miramax?
New
Like that?
Line, Miramax,
Yeah.
all that shit.
Yeah.
Like all the good comedies,
Right.
all the good bullshit that was coming out. Like the list was like extensive, and it was supposed to be like $15 a month, and it was supposed to compare to Netflix. It's supposed to be competitive with Disney Plus, ESPN, and Hulu, and all that stuff. So if you notice, if you have Hulu, I don't know if you do or not.
No.
I do. Rick does. Hulu has Adult Swim and Cartoon Network on there, but Rick and Morty season 4 hasn't released at all.
Them boys are holding out.
They're holding out
Holding
because
out.
they're like
license.
exactly
Yeah.
like we don't want to give them the license because guess what?
It's way too strong right now.
Yeah,
We'll hold off on it.
guess what?
We can get more.
We about to get more.
Get
with,
more
we could
royalties on
put
it,
like
yeah.
here's where you can get season 4, 5, and 6 of Rick and Morty.
Yep.
That is
which,
coming out.
Well, I guess we'll table this for an offline session, but my cable package network pricing
Expensive as fuck.
is my contract is up, so I'm gonna need to be looking at providers pretty soon.
I agree.
But unfortunately, Comcast has that
Best internet.
Iron Grip.
the Iron Grip in the neighborhood, and there's nothing available.
They're the only ones
Yeah,
out. Yeah,
pretty much.
it's same with us.
Well,
there
I've
is-
got AT&T
there-
here.
there
I can
is-
get AT&T here.
There is a fiber company that's coming into the neighborhood. They're gonna be having actually a town hall meeting
Really?
up here in Kingwood on Tuesday the 4th.
What?
I'm inviting you.
All right, let's go, bro.
I want to go check it out just to see if maybe we can bring some more competition into the area.
Definitely.
And this goes out to anybody that's listening. Is like, if there's somebody else that's trying to break into your area, go and attend, get information, just anything.
I wish the city would do their
Because-
own internet and like kick
municip-
out
no,
Comcast.
Yeah, municipal would be the best way to go.
Fuck yeah,
Because they'd
dude.
be the cheapest and they'd offer you the best speed.
Yeah.
And then you support it by.
I agree because that's what me and Mikhail did. Ruben's like, you guys should just cut the cable. If you look at do the math,
Mhm.
You cut the cable and just go with streaming services. The only thing I think,
Well,
I don't get sports. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
Especially during this time
Correct.
of year when you want to watch everything.
I mean, do
Yeah.
you really?
the thing is, I think YouTube also has this an option. You get local stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
it
what you can
does.
look into. So
YouTube Red.
yeah. So it's just you got to pick and choose what you want.
Yeah.
I think. I mean,
No,
you gotta have internet. You gotta have internet.
Yeah,
you know?
and see, and that's where now Comcast is getting smart. Where like, oh, you just want the internet? Well, the internet alone is going to cost you 60, 70, 80, 90, whatever
Yeah.
price, and
depending on how
they're
much.
not going to include any channels and stuff like that. Because that's how mine was set up. Mine was like, you don't get nothing for cable, but you can, as long as you put this box in your house, we'll give you a $50 discount.
Really?
So I was like, oh, okay.
Okay,
So
sounds good.
I was getting, top top tier internet for super cheap, but now contracts expired. It's like, all right,
Gotta
Nova.
Gotta re-up, get in there, dude.
Yeah, it's
I'm trying to find the list, but it was like Crunchyroll, Adult Swim,
all the other little,
Cartoon Network,
all the little
Boomerang,
Adult
Swim,
like all the Warner Brothers stuff. I can't find it right now. I don't know why.
find
I'm
it.
not Jamie, so
Yeah.
We need young Jamie. Yeah.
so like it was like HBO and all that shit. Like all the Warner Brothers stuff is gonna get put into this one streaming service, which sounded and it includes HBO, which sounded way better.
Too good to be true.
Than everything else.
Than everything else that's out there right now. That includes Netflix. That includes Hulu. That includes Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and all that shit. Like it just sounded way better. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it comes out March.
Yeah, no, that sounds good because one of the lucky things
There you
of
go.
being a subscriber to T-Mobile right now is Netflix is on them. So as part of
Did you get like special stuff on Tuesdays?
yes, I always get to save 10 cents on gas.
There
on
you
Tuesday.
go. Miles told me about that. Miles told me
Yeah,
about
but,
special stuff
yeah.
on Tuesdays.
Yeah, you get the
May.
Netflix, and then you also get the T-Mobile Tuesdays. But see, the thing of price of internet was gonna be killing me now. So
Yeah.
let's see where we go.
Yeah, I think when I messaged you, I like, oh yeah, I gotta remind Juan I got a new number because I left Sprint
Yeah.
and they made it so
Yes,
effing difficult.
I heard that. I was
They
like,
made it so difficult to
man.
leave, dude. And I was talking to one of the coworkers, like, yeah, dude, same thing with my wife. She was trying to
Yeah.
leave. They made it difficult, just so they won't make you leave. I'm like, Jesus Christ, so,
and
whatever.
HBO also got they got all of Studio Ghibli's complete library.
what's the price they're looking to target at?
$15.
That's not bad price
That's
point.
good. Yeah, that's
Well,
good.
that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
because I think Netflix is $15 or so.
It's like $12.
$12.99.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a weeb, so the fact that I get fucking Adult Swim and Crunchyroll, like,
Right now, for now,
Yeah, well, I mean, just to get HBO Go is what?
HBO Go is $10.
Yeah,
$8
so I
to
mean,
$10.
for $5 more,
you
if
get all this
already
more
had it,
content.
and you add all that.
Yeah,
So
The question
was,
is, how long can they keep that introductory price?
correct.
up?
right?
Because like Disney got all these introductory prices going on, but after the 1 year, it's like
Just like Netflix.
What's that price
Netflix kept on going up and up and up.
Netflix used to be $7.99, and that was only if you wanted to do DVDs. That's all they did
Right.
was just DVDs, and you had to get them in a little red envelope
yes,
and send them in and back. You know, that's what
Yeah.
they started off as, and
Hey,
then they started streaming.
but no late fee charges.
But no late fee charges. No late fee charges. No, you don't. Yeah, I mean, that's how they started off. They started off with just $7.99.
Watch
R.I.P. Blockbuster.
Gone though.
Real.
Gone.
They had a chance to buy them, bro. They had
Why
a
would
chance.
they? I think there's
Remember
one.
just like Kodak. Kodak had
yeah,
that
they
chance
had
to
a
get
chance
on the
to- yeah.
digital cinematography.
They were like,
but they're
nah, ain't nobody gonna do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Mikhail went to Best Buy a couple weeks ago. Like a Polaroid camera. What the hell? For nostalgia reasons?
No, they still
Yeah.
have those, dude.
Yeah. I guess you won't be still be off the grid.
Yeah.
They won't get your dick pics.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to wrap up the show, I don't want to keep y'all longer, but I mean,
Nah, man,
I've
we're
been
good.
having
This is probably the
fun.
longest show we've had in a while, dude.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Yeah.
It's been good.
So, Rick, where can we find you, bro?
Guys, you can find me. I promise. I'm gonna start streaming, but I've been
Nah.
exercising. Or maybe I'll just stream my exercise.
Stream your exercise, that'd be great.
Oh god, that'd be horrible, dude. Just bouncing around.
No, dude,
everywhere,
I'm
all
down
sweaty.
to see. I'm down to see it.
You guys can follow me, of course, on the screen for our audio listeners. It's gonna be on IG OS Rick. Everything else, it'll be OS_Pith. That includes Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Twitter. That's how I say it now. I say Twitter. So you guys catch
That's
me on there. So yeah, I definitely love hanging out with you guys. Just drop a line, hang out with me, chit chat. I'm gonna try to stream, like I said, on the weekday evenings and just hanging out and shoot the shit. So
And
Be
you
there.
won.
Nothing yet, but like I said, I'm looking into branching out with that little health and fitness
Definitely,
type
dude.
deal
Yep.
going on with the video log in there, and reaching out to everybody else. So it'll be
Let
coming
me know.
soon. I'll let y'all know so y'all can pass the information on, and we can go from there.
And just to clarify, the major channels from that HBO
Let's
Max are Crunchyroll, Warner Brothers, TBS, CNN, Cartoon Network, HBO, Adult Swim, the DC Universe, Max Originals, True TV, and TNT. Those are the major
TNT
ones.
right there, just
That's
TNT
out,
with the
just TNT.
basketball deals.
Bro,
Basketball,
that's
yeah.
where it's at.
Yeah.
As always, guys, you can find me at OS_Onslaught on all things social media, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all
Grindr.
the good things. Grinder, it's kitty lick lick.
kitty, nice, rocket boy.
967
967.
dick sucker.
Oh, wow.
So just find me there, guys. Anywhere, social media, Onslaught, OS_Onslaught. If you want to hit up the podcast, hit us up at optionselectpodcast@gmail.com. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Option Select Podcast. We love you guys so much for hanging out with us every week. Sorry this episode went a little long.
That's okay though.
It's been a while, man. We
break
haven't talked to Yaroshi in so long.
But just break it down in sections.
We love you guys so much. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace out, guys.
All
See ya.
right.
Late.